It was like 4:58. I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah, to get a little pregame going, get a little warmed up. Speaking of warmed up, the coffee's almost done. I can't wait for it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is a Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will from Game On. He's Cricket from sportsfix.locals.com. We're here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. Boy, oh boy, do we have a slate for you today on this fine, beautiful Saturday morning. President Trump goes at it with some governors over men playing in women's sports. We're going to talk about that. It's pretty great. The NBA, it's such a fickle bitch. Love-hate relationship with the NBA. I ended up being positive yesterday, but
I was too. I took a gross beat last night, dude.
I took a couple of them. I just don't get it, Crick. How do you win the first quarter by 10, lose the second quarter by 9, and win the game by like 20? I don't get it.
Dude, I bet in game Anthony Edwards last night because last time they played the Rockets, him and I didn't realize what's his name plays for the Rockets now. He's a dude that played with the Grizzlies a couple years ago, had all kinds of problems. God, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on his name. You know, is it Dylan Brooks?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, him and obviously he's the guy that always gets into the superstar's head. Well, he kind of got in Ant's head last time. He went off for 41. Well, Anthony Edwards got a technical foul in like the first quarter, and then he scored like 10 points in the next 3 minutes or something. And I was like, oh, bro, he's about to go off. I took him at 40 plus for plus 185, and I took him 45 plus at plus 500 for a half unit. That man had 34 points at the end of the third quarter and ended with 37 in a close game. What are we doing?
Bums.
Michael Jordan's son, my ass.
Michael Jordan's son. Yes. Well, we got that. We're going to go over some of that. We got some hockey today. We got maybe some MLB futures to look at. We got a lot to talk about. But first, Crick, New Jersey.
Man, my guy Buku hooked me up, man. He came by yesterday. He pulled this thing out and stuff. He got us all some gear, man. He got him a new jersey, got me this jersey, got SD14 fan a sweet jacket, got his wife a jacket and all that stuff to wear to the game here in just a couple weeks. But I told him, man, I was like, look, bro, you can't – I didn't know anything about this, okay? Obviously, I told him I was going to kick his ass for it. But he gave me this. I said, you can't be upset with me, man. But I'm not wearing this tonight of the game. And here's why. Because I'm going to wear my bright green Charlie Conway Mighty Ducks jersey to a Kraken and Preds game. And I'm trying to get some content for the channel, man. I'm trying to stick out there. If I wear this, I look just like every other Tom, Dick, and Harry in the stadium. I wear that bright green Mighty Ducks jersey. We might get on SportsCenter or something, man.
Okay. Always looking up for the channel. I love it.
He accepted it, too. He said, I completely respect that. I said, my man.
My man. Speaking of looking out for the channel, we are blessed to be up on the front page right now of Rumble. Shout out to everyone watching on Rumble. Smash the like button while you're here. I gotta tell you about Rumble.
Tell me about it.
This. Look at that. There we are. This sponsorship is from Rumble, one that is incredibly important to the survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform for the small creator. They didn't censor or have biases. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversations or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted they fell to the pressure from the Biden and Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They're attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They're attacked in corporate media. They're attacked by governments like France. They're attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble's fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They don't get much of it. Watching our show on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight and if you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human right to free speech. Rumble's offering $10 off with the promo code STUDIO, that's STUDIO, when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium and use the promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now's the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we're just happy you watch us on Rumble. And you smash the like button and give us a follow. And as you can see, I'm a Rumble Premium member right there. You get this sweet little premium up there. You get rid of those ads. All right.
Love that.
If you can, go support Rumble and use that promo code STUDIO today.
Absolutely. Booyah.
Booyah.
Steps, you come in here and tell us good morning on a camera. You can get in the chat, but you can't come in here and do your job.
Yeah, what the heck, Steps?
Man,
what is this?
He's like that guy that calls into work, tells him he's sick, and then posts a bunch of pictures of him at the amusement park on their social medias.
Or the guy that calls into work and says he's sick, but then does a whole bunch of streams and creates content and stuff all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never.
Never.
Would never.
We'd never do that.
Good morning, Blue. Good morning, Mott. I ordered something yesterday that will shock everyone. Can't wait to wear it on the stream. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he got something sweet, too. I told him you got him something, Steps. I didn't show him. He sent me a picture yesterday. He wanted to get Buku a little something, say thanks for having him up for the Super Bowls and the hospitality and all that stuff. He got him a little something. I didn't show him, Steps. He sent me a picture, and Buku was standing right in front of me. I was like, oh, my God, can I show him this? He was like, no, just wait. I said, okay. I'll wait, man, but it's pretty sweet, though. I'll give Steps some credit there. He got good taste, man.
I know what Steps got that he's talking about there.
Did you see it? Okay, cool. See, that's good. I want to be able to talk about it, but at least you've seen it now. Is that not pretty sweet, though?
Is it? Are we talking about the same thing, though?
I don't know. We better shut up. I
is
don't
it a
want to
hat?
screw it up. Huh?
Is it a hat?
Well, I wasn't even going to go that far, but okay.
Is it?
Yeah, he ain't in here yet anyway, but it's sweet.
Oh, okay.
It's freaking sweet. I told him, I said, he got you something to, I said, he got you something to wear to the game, man. He wanted to say thank you for the hospitality and all that stuff. Like I said, it's sweet too, bro. If he could get in here and talk to us, he could tell us about it or something.
Wait, he got Buku something?
Yeah, he got Buku. So he got Buku.
Oh, I'm talking about what Steps got himself.
Oh, I don't know what he got himself. I don't know what all he got.
That's what I'm talking about.
Steps I mean, it don't matter. I think Buku had a pretty good idea anyway, but I did not show it to him, and that's the biggest thing when you get to see it. Like, you know, it's coming and everything, and it's a sweet one, bro. He hooked him up. He said, man, I just need to tell Buku thank you, man. He said,
I think we're talking about two different things. So
we probably are, but it's all right. We all like hats.
You know what else we need to talk about?
What?
I went back to back.
I seen that, you damn fool. What are you doing?
And I only made one pick.
What'd you pick? That's why you won, you dirty rat. 1-0.
Well, I was busy with stuff, and I went all in on one. Well, as much as they would let me. Match 3. What match was that? To go only 2 sets. Everyone was saying it was going to go 3 sets. I think it was the it was one of the doubles matches.
I ain't even checked the leaderboard yet. How did I do?
Not great.
Probably not great. All I need to know is if I got in the top 20. If I got in the top 20, if I got in the top 20, I won the same thing you did.
Yeah, but I got bragging rights.
Whatever, brag away. My money counts.
Yes, I got my guy Bueno and Migarena. They won in 2 sets. They won 6-2 and 6-0. Everyone thought that one was going 3.
So, you bet that just because you could say his name now.
Yep.
Bueno.
And I was actually liking it because I'm like, man, Bueno and Rock lost that first one. I go, I think he's going to be fired up for this one. A little 2-0 action. I go, he's either going to be fired up for this one or he's going to come out and just stink it up. Either way, I like the 2-0.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Well, good angle, sir. Well done.
Yeah, so you guys can just give me the new title of Highlight Guru. Speaking of that bum, where's he at? Oh, he's all the way at the bottom. What a bum.
What numbers beside my name?
Oh my gosh.
What numbers beside my name? What 20. Numbers beside
20. You got lucky.
I won the same thing you did. Let's go, baby. That's another Highlight gift card coming to Old Cricket. Let's go, baby.
Oh my goodness, dude.
We love it. Guys, it's going to be a good day for a good day, Tater.
Oh, now I see what Steps got Buku. That's dope.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Let's go.
God, you got lucky.
Coming. He said he'd be here in a minute. Well, just show up when you can, buddy.
Okay. Let's do this while we're waiting for Steps because I know how he gets about this. So,
if it's something's gonna piss him off, let's wait for him.
Well, he'll come in on it, and I was texting with him about this because I'm like, man, did you see what Trump did with that gal, that governor that wants men to play in women's sports and whatnot? He's like, I didn't like it. he needs to act more presidential, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bullshit. These
Whatever.
people are directly to his face defying his order.
And stupid people.
So he's standing up for
mouth.
himself. I'll let you listen to it. I'll let you listen to it. You tell me what it is.
Yeah.
But so here's the story behind this, Greg. He made a executive order saying that no more men and women's sports.
Right. I'm up to date.
In the states, now states do have their own individual rights, and there is a separation of powers to it.
Is this a battle with New Hampshire?
This is a battle with Maine, but he's in a battle with Maine. Washington State superintendent came out and said that they're going to continue to have men and women's sports, and that
training. Well, that's fine. You can have men and women's sports, just don't let men play women's sports. You could have men and women's sports. That's all fine and dandy. We just don't want dudes playing.
No, that's what they're saying is men playing in women's sports.
That's what I'm saying. They're allowing that. Oh,
yeah.
What are we doing, dude?
Superintendent said it's very important. DEI is very important. I'm like, I'm so glad I left that state.
It's very important. That's not DEI. That's not the same damn thing.
So there is separation of powers between the states and federal government, but what the federal government gets to do is say, that's cool. You don't get any federal funding for your schools then if you allow that stuff.
God, well played, sir.
Just like how remember when like it was like here Idaho and Montana wanted to keep the drinking age at like 18 or 19 or something like that. And they said, okay, cool, you can do that.
Yeah.
But if you don't, and you don't have to raise it to 21, but if you don't, you're not going to get federal funding for your highways.
And y'all ain't gonna have roads to drive to the liquor store.
Yeah. They changed that son of a bitch.
They're like, all right, y'all gotta wait a couple more years.
Yeah. So here's his exchange. He's at this thing and he's talking about his order.
The NCAA.
And there's a bunch of governors and stuff like that, including Maine's governor sitting there in the crowd. Okay.
They got Minnesota's dipshit governor up there.
Has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Well, are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding. Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
Got him. Hey, you gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. Stupid people deserve to be hit in the mouth.
Period. But do you see anything wrong with that? I like
Absolutely
that.
Not.
I like that. That's what I want.
He
wants him to be more presidential and doesn't like that. He says he shouldn't be calling them out like that. It's childish. And I'm like, what? Boy, sometimes you got to call these people out and put them out. Put the spotlight.
I love my guy Steps, and he is our dude. I don't know if you could have hung out with us and the boys growing up, Steps. If you feel that way, you'd have been too soft, bro. We'll let him come in here and defend himself in a little bit, but no, there ain't a damn thing wrong with that.
I don't. Here's my thing with why. Why is the left, especially in these like states that have gone way too far, like Washington, California, Oregon, Maine, New Hampshire, Minnesota?
Yes.
Why is this the hill they want to die on? Because men playing in women's sports is not even popular in their own party.
That's what I'm saying. Like even the people that are voting for you don't want this.
No.
Like, come on, pick your battles here, man. But you're right. They're just going to die up on that hill.
I'm fine. If they do that.
We'll bury you right there.
Yeah, their party's going to just crumble if they keep doing this shit. So
we'll bury you right there where you stand. Because that's ridiculous, man. This is unreal to me. There's this many people out there that this even is a thing. I can't believe it even ever was a thing. Now that we finally got a wrangle on this thing and we can actually stop it, you got people like this. Here's the thing. I've told y'all. Any of you women, female athletes out there that play a sport and something like this happens, what you do immediately when they put somebody on the court or the field with a ding ding, you immediately turn around and you walk back off the damn court. I promise you, it'll stop this shit.
Trump called her out, didn't have to do it. If he never brought it up in front of camera, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, but I kind of listen. Here's my thing. I like a politician. I just like a person in general that will call shit out.
Yeah,
instead of saying shit behind closed doors or behind your back.
Or behind a
computer. If he has an issue with someone, or like if you had an issue with someone, call it out, say it instead of just, hiding it and then talking behind people's backs about it and whatnot.
What's all this behind closed doors bullshit, Steps? Why has everything got to be done behind closed doors? Some people need to be told they're stupid right there in their face in front of everybody. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because people need to know this stuff too. People need to know that the governor of Maine, I didn't know the governor of Maine was openly defying it. Now I do. Voters need to know that stuff.
And that's another thing. There's definitely a part. She probably don't even give a shit about this. She just wants something that she can stand up against him for. And this is what she's got right here.
Yep.
Well, like I said, enjoy your life after politics.
Let's run through some other stuff. Connor McDavid, dude in the Stanley Cup, says Stugatz.
Wait, what?
It was after. It was yesterday morning.
Dude, the Stanley. That's right. That's right.
Dude in the Super Bowl, or
it would. Hey, what's more important, than bringing the Stanley Cup back to Canada or an international tournament like they've got every other time?
I don't know, but he melted in the Stanley Cup. He needs to learn how to step up in the big stage.
I'm just saying it would be a bigger deal if he brought the Stanley Cup back to Edmonton.
Yeah, it's been since 1993.
God, he wasn't even born, was he?
Blue says, "Hey, Crick, we hit.
That's right, Blue. We did hit some yesterday. We won a few bets last night, man. God, if Anthony Edwards won the bum, it'd have been a real good day.
Tonight, LeBron had a 70. So this was the other night when LeBron had 40 against Portland. LeBron, it was the 79th career 40-point game. Jordan had 173.
Wait. You got to read it one more time. I was reading Arla Cost.
79 times LeBron has had a 40-point game or more.
79?
Yeah.
How many Jordan have?
That's almost a full season if you think about it. Isn't that crazy?
It is a 3 game short.
Yep. Jordan had 173 of them.
Jordan had 2+ seasons full of 40-point game.
Yeah.
Debate over.
Let's see. Oh, I already know that one. ESPN ended its relationship with MLB yesterday, saying the $555 million, which is crazy because $555 million when we're talking like one of the major sports is like nothing.
We're talking one of the big 3 sports, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like obviously $553 million is a lot of money, but we're talking about like ESPN and some of these places.
You'd think they'd be laying around somewhere.
You'd think that like we're getting into the billions when we're talking like football contracts and NBA contracts now, which is crazy. So, but $555 million yearly rights fees was too expensive. What does that say about baseball? Ugh, that's not good. Not good. So in 2026, baseball is off the network for good. If $555 million is too much for the MLB, how bad is ESPN's $2.6 billion a year deal for the NBA? Worst deal in sports TV history. That's the thing I'm saying. You're paying $2.6 billion for the NBA?
Yeah. You can't. I mean, you can't convince me that many more people watching the NBA than MLB. You can't convince me of that.
Arla says Trump's intentions were more for the benefit of others to make sure it doesn't happen again. Yeah. Or it's just, it's also just him saying, hey, I'm going to call her out, but this goes to all the you other governors out there. This is what's going to happen. We're going to call you out. People are going to know about it. And then also you're not going to get funding. I don't know why these politicians also think it's smart to get into a debate or an argument live with this man. He doesn't lose.
Undefeated, never lost.
Lose. You hear him? He just keeps going. He just keeps going. Good. See you in court. Should be an easy win. Like he just
like whose lawyers you think are better?
It doesn't even matter if he wins or loses. I'm saying about the debate right then and there. That man, you were not going to win an argument against that man. That's how that man became.
He don't even need lawyers,
huh?
He don't even need them lawyers.
He don't need no lawyers. He'll just go on himself. He's the big Don.
He's the big Don.
No need to try to rule with an iron fist. Some people do, Steps.
It's not. Oh, there's no need to openly defy him either. He signed something into federal law. You're supposed to abide to that. You don't want to do that. That's fine. But there's going to be consequences, and there's no problem with him telling you right in front of God and everybody.
I also don't know why you have this expectation that he's going to act presidential. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been his way. The traditional presidential tone. It's never been him. That's not how he got elected.
No. And that might
Executive
not be what
order
we need,
is not a
man.
law, Cricket.
Huh?
Which is also another dumb thing. Why has the Senate not passed that bill yet?
I'm just saying, if the man can sit there and tell you that if you don't follow this, you're not getting government funding for these things, then yeah, it's pretty much a damn law, because we're talking, what I guess, millions to billions of dollars of funding and stuff. So yeah, it is a law.
It's just also crazy that the Senate hasn't passed that bill yet, which they need to do to make it law.
I'm sure they're fighting that too. You know they are. Just because.
Well, no, that's the
doesn't
thing
matter
that's dumb is because the Republicans control the Senate. So it's like, why are they not?
Yeah, what's the problem
pushing
here?
this through?
Come on.
Yeah.
I can't
This
believe
is
it's not a
crazy.
unanimous
This
vote.
is crazy, Crick. For the first time in like what 49 years or something, the Yankees will allow players to have well-groomed beards.
Dude, I read this last night. I read this whole last article out loud to SD14 fan. I thought it was wonderful. This is hilarious.
I want to ask you, what is going on behind the scenes? Why all of a sudden? I like how the GM just decided to. He was like, ultimately it came down to my decision. We had a lot of people working on this, but ultimately it came down to my decision, and I have decided to grant these people, our players permission.
I'll tell you
to
what
grow
happened.
beards.
I'll tell you what happened, man. They
tell me what
picked up a
happened.
closer in the offseason, and this man has never – he's a good closer. I'm drawing a blank on his name. I'm trying to find this article to pull up here and see his name, because he was a big reason why, because he comes out and Devin Williams is his name. Came over from the Brewers in the offseason, and he's always had a good solid beard.
Didn't they also get Goldschmidt too?
Yeah, they did. But they always had a solid beard. This guy hasn't. He went down, I guess, had to report the other way, like he, for the first time in this guy's in years, he had to clean shave. And he said he was just standing in the mirror looking, and he's like, I really think you can affect the way I play. Buku tells you, got to look good to play good. So he goes and talks to Aaron Boone and was like, hey, man, I'm just saying players play better when they can kind of be comfortable in their own skin. And so they wind up then, he talked to Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone goes and talks to Steinbrenner, because this is an archaic rule that's been, from ever ago. And he wound up talking to Aaron Boone. They wound up reaching a little agreement. They said, I think it's time, man. And the players were excited about it, dude. Because you see all these guys that sign these big contracts. You remember like Jason Giambi had that great beard. Johnny Damon had that great beard. And all these guys come over in the first press conference. You see they look like they're 12 years old. What kind of outdated, archaic shit is this? Come on, man. Now, granted, the rule, they get to have their beards. They do still got to be groomed, though. They can't just be looking like a wild man out there.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, pretty cool. Hey, at least you're coming into the 21st century now.
We got to address something. Who is it? How do you say it? Ray Perk? Ray Perk 57. Good morning.
What up, Ray Perk? Who cares what Tom Brady thinks? He's a big fraudster as any member of Congress. Whoa.
You know how I feel about that? You know how I feel about that, sir?
Give my fucking hat.
Get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
Good morning.
Get the hell
Ray.
out of here.
No.
We do not
Good
talk
morning,
bad
Ray.
about
We
Tom.
love the new faces.
We don't
man.
talk bad about Tom ever.
Will is the biggest Tom fanboy.
Tom Brady's a national hero. He's a specimen.
Y'all get him.
Anyone that has a problem with that, they can
Bring your ass. Hey, bring your
I don't even like that clip no more. He's a bum. Bring your ass, my ass. 3 damn points in the fourth quarter in a game that you should have won. Bum. Bring your ass, my ass. Good morning, Ray.
I've never seen someone get mad at someone for scoring 37 points.
I can't stand him. He's a bum. Dead to me. He had 34 at the end of the third quarter, bro. I needed 40 plus. Had the full.
Oh God, Grass Guy's here too, man.
There he is. That baby. That's our guy. What up, Grass Guy? How you doing, man? But
you guys are all just haters.
Man had 37 points. I'm saying he's a bum. He is a bum. Dead to me.
Grass Guy says, "Fuck Brady."
Yeah, I don't agree with that. So just go ahead on your soliloquy, but I just don't agree with that. I mean, what? Are you kidding me?
You kidding me?
Dude, I love every time we get a chance to talk about Brady, or especially President Trump. But
I know you
put
do.
those two together, and we always get some good
man.
news.
It's a good day for a good day. You put both of them a thumbnail. It might break the internet this morning.
It just might. I mean, my thumbnail skills are.
How impressive is that to you?
Really impressive.
Can I say?
Really impressive.
Can I say? Back to this. No, I know what the real reason. It wasn't that guy why they changed it. That was not the guy why they changed it.
Well, they're just saying that he had a big part.
No.
Well, then why
they the reason? I know the real reason.
You got a real reason. Okay, come on.
No. The real reason
The real reason. Let's go.
There's a guy that's available for trade. Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Well, that was a big part of the article. He said
That's
that
what I'm saying.
he said that it obviously has affected us in the past on being able to get some guys because some guys didn't want to come here strictly for that. And he's like, I think because George Steinbrenner been dead for like 18 years now. He's like, I feel like if I could talk to my dad today and told him that by changing this rule, it would help us get better players to be more competitive for a championship. It would give us a better chance. That he said, I think he'd be okay with it. So you're right on track.
I'm just glad.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that now I'll be eligible to play for the Yankees.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I'm
they probably
excited.
gonna let you in there, man. Till now, you're safe now. You're good.
Yeah.
You better
Although
get ahead of this
I
spring
could rock
training.
a
You have a
mean
long drive.
mustache. Mean mustache. God, supporting says he lost 3 bets by the hook yesterday.
3-0. Tell me
I
what
lost
the bet today,
one.
sir.
I had a hedge, so I had this money line parlay right here. It's so square it's sharp. I had the Bucks, the Pistons, the Cavaliers, and the Mavericks. Now 3 out of the 4 ended up covering the spread as well. So that's why I'm glad I played the money line. But I did play them on the spread too. For
Bucks didn't cover that spread, baby.
No, the Bucks didn't, but they got the win. It's all that mattered. So
All
after the Bucks won and everything, it was coming down to the Mavericks, and it was like a 3-point game with the Mavericks, and the Mavericks ended up going up by 5 or whatever. And there was about 6 minutes left in the game. And I knew this was my last ticket. Plus, I had the Mavericks minus 4.5 too, or 5.5, whatever it was. So I was sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, you know what? It's just going to be my luck. I know they're up. I know there's only 6 minutes left. It's going to be my luck. The Pelicans find a way to win this game. So I live bet Pelicans plus 7.5. Trying to middle that bitch. They lost by 8. So I won this, but I lost my hedge bet, my middle bet.
We got to give a little shout out to Blue because he came in here and I was looking at the over. Now, granted, the over got there in that Knicks game, but he was like, I was all about the Cavs, minus 8.5. The Cavs handed the Knicks the worst loss ever under Thibodeau last night. They beat them by 37, bro. We could have took them minus all the points.
Beat that ass. I ended up playing them as well. I played them on the minus 8.
That was we never even sweat it, bro.
No, they beat that ass. The Knicks are 0-6 against the top 3 teams in the East now. They can't beat them. They suck.
And 0-5 on a back-to-back against, or excuse me, now 0-6 on a back-to-back against teams above 500.
See, I told you there was some sort of thing there with them. It was either on the road or that 500 thing. I knew there was a little nugget there. But Steps, good morning, sir. I love the Game On sweatshirt, looking sharp.
What's up?
Speaking of which, I forgot. I got to send my grandma one of those.
You ready
nice
to go?
Little debate there this morning, huh?
You buy your season tickets to dudes playing women's sports?
No, because see, you got it all wrong there. Because that's not my point.
That's not his point. I'll give him.
I know what your point is. He should be more professional and yada yada.
There's no need for him just to. Where is she at?
What did he do wrong, man? He didn't raise his voice. He didn't raise his voice.
I'm not even the president of the United States, and I would never, as a leader, call an employee up, call anybody up in my organization, and dress them down in front of America.
Even when they're directly defying your orders?
Dude, it's an executive order. It's his order. It's not a law.
So if you're at work,
you ever think that's why you're not the president?
I don't want to be the president.
I'm just saying because you won't do the hard stuff.
No, hell yeah, I'll do the hard stuff. I'll pull that person into the office and I'll dress that person down because that's how it's done.
It's not hard.
But you're telling me that if you're sitting in a meeting, you can say
this ain't a meeting, dude. This is in front of the whole country and world.
Bro, there ain't nothing wrong with what he said right there. If you're
he can say it. There's nothing wrong with what he said. It's his delivery. It's how he did it. It's how he initiated it. This is the problem. Hold on. This is the problem. No, listen, if you ask a majority of people who voted for Trump in this election, they'll tell you that they don't like the way he speaks. They don't like but they like what he does, the substance of the things. This is the problem.
I think a majority of them, I know what you're saying. There are some things that he says and it's just you shake your head at. This right here, I feel like voters are okay with.
You can be okay with it, but you should also be able to see where I'm coming from.
No, I do, because there are a lot of things that he says and does, and I even myself I shake my head. I'm like, that's Trump.
He represents all of Americans, even though only 54% of the Americans actually voted for him. He represents all.
and 95% of Americans, or whatever the stats are, it should be 100%, but 95, let's say, agree.
Oh, it's probably
Men
higher
should
than
not
95.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
men should not be playing in
Cricket,
women's
that's
sports.
okay. I'm not disagreeing with that
I
at
know. I
all.
just wanted to get that out there.
There's just a way that he could handle it, the way he could deliver it. I agree with the substance of it. I totally do not. I think it's insane that we even have the conversation of this. Like, like it's just extreme either way. The fact that I told Will in 2025, like this is it. Like this is what we're arguing about. It's nuts.
Crazy.
To me.
This is the hill that they choose to die on.
Yes, and this is what has driven a lot of people away from the Democratic Party. I'm not a Democrat, but obviously it didn't drive me enough away to vote for Donald Trump, but I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it.
That's fair, but I don't even care what the issue is here, the topic, why he's talking to her like that. The thing is that he's written something in, and now he is the leader of the free world. He's been voted in by the people, and he's the leader of the free world. And he signed something into order that, for one, should not even be that hard to comply with. And you're openly saying to everyone, the whole world you're talking about too, you're openly telling this man you're not respecting his authority. What do you expect him to do?
Would Obama ever done that?
Oh, don't give me that shit.
Would he have?
Don't compare that.
If anyone, I'm just saying, would he have done that? Would George Bush have done that? Would Bill Clinton have done that? Would JFK have done that?
Obama?
Do what?
I think Clinton would have done that. I think Clinton would have done something like that, but he would have done it in his little Bill Clinton sly, joking voice.
Like I said, there's a different way to do it.
Sly shit like this. They're all shady motherfuckers. I promise you, that's how you get to that spot.
Listen, there's a slippery slope when you start ruling with an iron fist, and the way you talk, and the way you act, the way you carry yourself, the way you demand things. I don't like the fact that presidents sign all these executive orders, pass the laws. I get it. There's some things that are temporary.
Congress, though. That's
this law. You have control of everything. Pass this law. Why isn't this law passed?
Exactly what a lot of us are mad about. The fact that the Republicans in the Senate won't pass that bill through, because that bill's there. It's passed the House. It's been in there for months. Hasn't passed the Senate. Why? That's what's frustrating. So at least we have a president that will do something in the meantime. But you're talking about ruling with an iron fist. There are some people, myself included, that are just happy that things are actually getting done, that a politician's up there saying, hey, here's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it. We're actually going to do things, because a lot of times politicians just talk and don't get shit done.
I agree with you there.
It kind of feels good. I mean,
and I agree the fact that Trump is signing executive orders, because that's pretty much how he views the government. He knows that they're not going to do it, so he might as well do it himself.
The most astonishing thing to me is that all y'all are surprised by this. Y'all act like we ain't already seen 4 years of this before. Y'all knew
he's ruling. This is a different president. He's governing way differently than the first time.
He is, but still did a lot of questionable things.
Coming fast and gonna beat some ass. Let's go, baby.
The difference between this term and this first term is the first term he came in and he kind of played the Washington politics at the beginning.
Play nice. Nice.
This term he came in and already established, we're not wasting 2 years for me to fire and get rid of all these people who disagree with me on everything.
That's right.
So
it's not just you.
Username says a lot of hockey today. Just saying, we're gonna get to hockey.
Yes, listen, I had to come here and at least defend myself. And as far as some of the comments in the chat, me being sensitive and soft, this doesn't make me soft. I'm just saying, I just don't like to see it. I don't want us to turn into. You wouldn't want Joe Biden coming up there.
I don't want Joe Biden doing shit.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, if Joe Biden if he came up there and was like, you guys would lose your shit.
No, I wouldn't. Absolutely, 100%.
You might not, Cricket, but everyone in the chat saying I'm sensitive would lose their shit over Joe Biden talking like that.
Joe Biden's an idiot.
If Joe Biden was like, I signed into law that women and men could play in sports together, you guys would lose your shit.
Yeah, because that would be retarded.
I'm just saying.
That's what's different there, Steps.
It'd be different if he was doing something.
Yeah, but what majority of the country doesn't like. If Joe Biden went up and argued something in front of a governor or something, that's something that made sense. Then
all right, bad analogy. Wow, anything. Just create a good analogy for me, and you would disagree with it. You know you would.
I would have. I've never. For one, this is the first time I've ever gave a shit about any of this ever. So I could give a shit. All the other presidential elections in my life, I give a shit less about. I don't give a damn. I want to see the guy that's leading our country, guy or woman, if that ever happens, is leading our country. I want you to stand up there and have some backbone. This man's got backbone.
Yeah,
you have no question
Biden
of that.
talked like that too. Remember when he was vice president and he told the Ukrainian prime minister, governor, president, or whatever it is, they need to fire that prosecutor or else he ain't getting that money. He talks tough. You know the thing they impeached Trump over that Biden did. Just saying.
Listen, again, I'm not president. I'm not in politics. I don't play any of that. I'm just telling you from a leadership standpoint, the way I lead as a leader. I've been a leader of people for the last 20 years, right? I've raised my voice before, but I demand respect in a different way. So people respect me. People work hard for me because of the way I treat them. That's all I'm saying.
That works for a lot of people, Steps. Some people, some of the population can't be managed that way. They don't get it. Clearly, this lady don't get it.
Let her make a fool of herself then.
She already is.
You know what I'm saying?
She already is.
Let her make a fool. Like I told Will, if that lady came at Obama, he would have just laughed at her. He wouldn't have probably said anything back to her.
Don't you think people and voters in general should know that their governor is standing up against this? So addressing it.
Sure. I mean, you could find that out without this video right here.
Bottom line is, Steps, I get why you just don't like the way he delivered it, and I get that. It's not going to change.
But we found common ground anyways in the fact that we agree with why he's pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do got to tell you guys something real quick.
Tell us about it, man. Pause for pause.
We are getting very patriotic this morning.
You're about to make me return what I bought.
It's very patriotic in here. Okay. And Steps even bought something very patriotic.
Yeah. Just wait, you guys.
I got to tell you about Patriot Addict. How about that? Look at this great site. Patriot Addict is giving away Trump mystery boxes absolutely free. That's right, free. No hidden charges, no recurring fees, none of that BS. Just cover the shipping. If you're interested, go ahead and scan the QR code now. Imagine unpacking Trump's gold bars, Trump socks. Oh, I would love those Trump socks. Trump beanie and hats, and who knows what else. But hurry, stocks are flying off the shelves, and we would not want you to miss it. Don't wait. Scan the QR code now and get your free Trump mystery box now. I would love some of those socks. That's all I'm saying. Scan that QR code, people. Scan it or click the link. You don't know. You can get a Trump item worth up to $300 if you're one of the lucky ones. If not, I mean, hey, let's get a cool free Trump thing. Why not? Huh? Go to patriotaddict.com, scan that QR code, and get your free Trump box today. Just pay shipping.
Booyah.
Booyah.
Steps, you're the baseball guy. Real quick, you're the baseball guy. How you feel about the Yankees? Yankees. No, the stubble was not worth the trouble, sir.
No, that was a dumb thing forever.
There, we found something we could agree on. Let's go.
World ceiling.
Yankees win the World Series now?
No. I like them under their win total. I didn't bet it just because it went up a little bit, or went down a little bit, but I think it's 93.5. Like I was telling Will, I went through all my Major League Baseball and like filled out my projected totals and then looked at the lines, and I only had one that was more than 3 off, which was the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays will be around 81 wins, and their lines at 78.5 right now.
Then that AL East gonna be strong again.
Or 77.5. Sorry.
That AL East gonna be strong again.
The only thing I'm worried about is Vlad. They trade him,
They're gonna.
Yeah, they definitely may wind up doing that.
But I just think that under 80 wins for Toronto.
I saw one of your picks on there, and I wanted to ask you about it. Tell me about why you like the Rangers. I thought that one was a stretch.
DeGrom's coming back.
I thought that was
getting healthy.
Because you like them to win their division, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The Detroit win for me is a little bit more intriguing.
Who's the favorite in that one? Are they the favorite, or is it the Mariners?
It's probably not the Mariners.
Astros. Never mind. It's the Astros.
Yeah. Astros got lost Bregman though.
The Rangers did not make the playoffs last year, correct?
No, they had a lot of. I mean, like I said, they're gonna have DeGrom back.
I would like to look at the teams that won a championship, then missed the playoffs the following season. I'd like to know some stats on what they did for the next season.
Yeah, Blue. Mariners are actually going to be good until July 15th. Like every year, they're good until July 15th.
But you understand what I'm saying, Steps? I'd like to have those stats because I guarantee you there's some of them out there. There's probably a lot of teams because it's hard. After you win a championship, a little complacency sets in. You got your banquet tours and all that stuff. And so usually you do see a lot of teams kind of fall off the next year. Maybe not to the point where they miss the whole playoffs, but I know they're out there, and I'd like to know what some of those teams have done.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're strong. As far they added Texas added Jake Berger at first base from the Marlins. Had 29 homers last year and 76 RBIs. Played in that big park. Globe Life is a little bit bigger, but doesn't play as big as the Marlins. Obviously, Marcus Semien at second base, Corey Seager at shortstop, Josh Young at third base. Outfield, you've got Adolis Garcia, Evan Carter, and Leody Taveras. They brought Jock Peterson in, and we all know that. I mean, pretty much whatever team he's on,
Jock's clutch.
Somehow finds their way. And then coming off the bench, you got a guy I like in Ezekiel Duran. And then their starting rotation, you've got Jacob deGrom, Nathan Eovaldi, John Gray, Cody Bradford, and Tyler Mahle. So I just think getting deGrom back and then being healthy, adding Berger at first base with that power to the lineup. And then in the bullpen, they've got Dunning, Jacob Webb is a big arm, Chris Martin, who used to be a Brave, Sean Armstrong, Hobie Milner. Not sure I'm not familiar with him, but yeah, I just think that did they win the World Series? I know they made the World Series.
Who?
I can't think. Texas.
They won the World Series. They
won the World.
They beat Arizona with Jock Peterson.
That's right. So still a lot of guys from that team still on this roster.
Right.
And we'll see what Jacob deGrom can do coming off the elbow. But I like it. I like the odds for Texas to win.
If he's even back to like 85%, he's still one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Yeah. And I took him to win the conference. So the AL pennant to go to the World Series. I took them to win their division. And they were good odds too, man.
Okay. We're going to have a special Pump the Brakes episode of that here in a couple of weeks. We're going to be probably covering all baseball futures, man, for a while.
I will give you my best one right now. 3 units, Braves to win the AL East. They had 89 wins last year, and at some point in time, they were missing every pretty much big bat. Like Acuna went down early in the season with the ACL. Austin Riley got shut down early. Ozzie Albies missed a big chunk of the year last year. Yep. And that was the story with the Braves going into the playoffs of how banged up they were and whatnot. But still to run out 89 wins, of course, losing Max Fried to the Yankees is not going to be really good. But they did add Jerks and Profar as a bat in the offseason. So,
yeah. No, I think the Braves are set up well, man. Acuna said his knee feeling about 95% too. So he's right on track.
Probably won't run as much as he did.
Don't need to, man. Don't need to.
Yeah. And he might. You might see Jerks and Acuna loves to hit leadoff, but you might see Jerks and Profar get that leadoff spot if Acuna's not going to be a base stealer, and they might shift Acuna down into that second spot. But yeah, it's plus 150 for them to win the AL East. If you got Soto coming to the Mets too, but the Mets.
Do we see Acuna normally plays center field, right?
He plays right field.
Oh, okay.
Michael Harris plays center field.
Okay, he's already playing. I was going to ask you because I seen where they're going to move Trout. Looks like they're moving Trout to right field.
Yeah, Trout's a little bit older.
He needs it. As we said, he seems on board with it, but that seems like a smart play for him, especially for a guy that's missed as much time as he has the last couple seasons,
Oh, God, Buku. Tell me why they can't win it.
Morning, Buku. Blue Jays, Blue Jays aren't under 500 team. Always will be. Their management is like Steps, always worried about feelings. And the Blue Jays are woke as shit. Remember the pitcher got tossed for a tweet.
He said I said the AL East. Sorry, NL East.
Braves can't.
Come on, Buku. Technicality.
I was sitting there. I was like, yes, they can, Buku. I was ready to have your back, Steps.
Right?
Good morning, Rebecca. We don't want men and women's / girls sports or in women's girls bathrooms. Facts are the fact that we are at this point in our country is due to compromised politicians, AP / legacy media push.
That's right, Rebecca. Get him, Rebecca.
I agree.
Get him, Rebecca. Get him.
We all agree on that.
Get him.
We'll move on.
Play
the move on.
He does agree with us on that.
I love everybody.
He doesn't want men playing women's sports. He just doesn't like the way the man did.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
I would have all of the chat is welcome into my house. They would all sit around my dinner table. We would break bread together.
Break bread. Steps is good. Steps is one of the good ones. Understand that. What up, Spartan?
And I'm emotional because I was raised by a single mother.
What about this? Devondre Campbell. You guys see this story?
He's old. What the hell's he doing?
No.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
I ain't addressing shit. I'm rich and never have to work another day in my life. And I told Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch that when they FaceTime me and begged me to come back there an hour after Green Bay cut me. I really be, oh, shoot. Yeah, I can't read that part. You can just read the word, the jersey in the back there. There. I play because I want to. Dude, no, you're old, dude. Retire. Like, does he have enough pull at this state in his career to, like, even if he was at his prime? Come on.
Apparently, he's got enough money. That's what he says. I don't know. The guys like this, I'm like, whatever, dude. We don't want to see you play anyway. Clearly don't mean as much to you as it used to.
Some guys deserve the right to talk like that, and he's not one of them.
He ain't one of them, Steps. You're right.
And that's the problem.
Yep, he ain't one of them. There's some guys that I ain't got a problem saying that.
Now, Fred Warner was saying
Fred Warner
like
says that. I'm okay with it. All right, Fred. I hear you.
Okay.
What are you going to say to Fred anyway?
Yeah, exactly. This is Devondre. I mean, he was okay when he was in Atlanta.
Just
for the
middle
Falcons.
Of the road. Middle of the road.
He's a guy that he had longevity.
Yeah, he did have one of those availability, best ability. So he did have that. But,
he's not even getting the Hall of Fame in like an organization.
No. He's not even getting in the Ring of Honor.
So
anywhere.
Down.
So shut up, play football or don't.
I'm happy for him though. He never has to work another day in his life.
Good for him. Let's know how that works out since these guys never blow all that money.
You're able to do drugs during the day and still function, still do your job.
How the fuck else would you do this job? Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
Right.
And that's where the money goes.
Buku's got some ice gems.
Ice gems.
Ice gems. Yeah, I mean, I guess we should talk. We got a bunch.
You might be right on fading these Action Pro lines.
Telling you, dude. I don't.
Because typically I've been looking at it, and most of the time they reach out that way because something big has moved on the other side.
I'll say this: I don't think you can just straight fade them, but I'm not going to let them scare me off picks I like anymore.
Yeah, dude. Listen to this, and this is why I don't trust any of it. They had 2 prop bets yesterday that had like a 35% edge, which you never see that. A+ grade. It was like Duncan Robinson under 7.5 points. He was projected like 5 points, right? An hour later, this was early in the day. An hour later, that it was like an F grade. Like, I don't understand how
it changes that
much.
Who does he play
quick.
for?
Miami, I believe.
Okay, I was trying to think of maybe somebody got.
And he is somebody, but they wouldn't announce it that early in the day. That somebody, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, how does that change a line on something like that? No
So
matter
quick.
what announcement you make, like unless you sit like 3 guys, and all of a sudden now this guy's going to get like double the minutes he would have normally gotten. I don't know how you could have that line can change like that. You know,
it happened to there was 2 guys up top that were over 30%, and I remember supporting telling me, anytime you see anything over 25, like it's a auto lock. So I was like, boom, boom. Yeah. And it was Harrison Barnes over 4.5 rebounds. They had him projected like 8. Like 30 minutes later, it was a grade F. They had him projected at 5.
That's what I'm saying. What happens in the universe that makes that happen?
This is why
makes zero. I just want an explanation. I'm not saying something didn't, but I want an explanation on how that happens.
I think, like I said, our advantage is the night before, when the line hasn't like shifted in any direction yet.
You're right. They do definitely adjust closer. You don't think the books have got some of them Action Pro reports and stuff too? I promise you, their Action Pro reports are better.
Yeah,
sure.
No.
Buku says, how about Sparty working them boys up north? Muck, Michigan, baby. That's right.
That's right, baby. I'm still looking.
Point, let's just get to the damn tournament, man.
Huh?
I said at this point, let's get to the damn tournament.
I'm ready 2 steps.
I'm waiting for March 16th. So I can fill out my brackets. Oh, baby. Here it is. Yeah, and Sporting said never said auto lock. Just don't consider under 25. Come on, Steps.
Gotcha.
I'll put words in his mouth.
Supporting, man. I feel for you. I saw the day you had yesterday. It's okay.
Whatever. I'm about to tell that man like a savage today. No homo.
You should.
But yeah, no, I'll tell you, that guy's about to crush it today. If he had a tough day yesterday, he lost 3 games by the hook, Steps.
I know. I see
That's
him.
great.
He did have like 20 plays though.
Supporting.
Sometimes that happens.
Y'all know how Will is the fanboy to Tom Brady. Supporting Steps is the same way with you.
Yeah. I love supporting.
No one's like.
I started to say you're
like
right. I pumped the brakes, cricket. Nobody's.
Nobody.
Supporting just like pulls out a 6-shooter and just fires off 6 winners. Just money all over the place.
Let's recap what happened yesterday in the association. Cavaliers defeat the Knicks 142-105. They cover the -8, -8.5. Don't matter. They whoop that ass. Knicks are now 0-6 against the top 3 teams in the East. Grizzlies defeat the Magic 105-104. I was looking at the Magic at this one. I'm so glad I didn't do it.
Dude, I'm telling you, they can't score over 100. Like, they always linger around there. Their point total.
Who, the Magic?
Yeah.
They're not.
They're always low.
Well, it's just a bad fourth quarter by them. Bucks defeat the Wizards 104-101, but Wizards get the cover. I don't know.
Covered by the Wizards.
I don't know how the Bucks. I was getting so mad after that first period. They let the Wizards beat them 32-19, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I was feeling real good about it. Yeah, then the Bucks came soaring back in the third quarter. They were up by like 10. Hell, they were up by 8 or 9 with only about 3 or 4 minutes to go. And the damn Wizards wound up going on a little tear to get us the backdoor cover.
Heat defeat the Raptors 120-111 in overtime. That one was also crazy because we had a first. This is why I hate the NBA. We had a first quarter. Heat were up 30-19. Somehow this game goes to overtime. Make it. This game pissed me off. Okay, and I'm so glad I split my bet on this one. Pistons defeat the Spurs 125-110. This was one of my favorite bet of the day. The Pistons over the Spurs. I'm like, Pistons actually have big men and they can use those big men. Spurs don't. I mean, they really didn't have one. Wemby didn't play like a big man to begin with, but you watched the night before. This matchup was everything the Pistons do are what the Spurs are bad at. I'm like, the Pistons should have their way with the Spurs, and they did. They win 125-110. But then I got scared off of it, and I go, you know what? I'm going to split my bet and take Pistons first half and Pistons game. We'll bet it that way. So I just paid the VIG on this one because I lost the first half. How do you come out, Crick? How do you come out and win the first period, the first quarter, 36-27? You win it by 9, and then you lose the second quarter by 8. Then you go on to win the game by 15. It doesn't make a lick of sense.
No, sir.
I hate the association.
I'm saying if you're looking for logic for me from the association, I can find none for you, sir. Makes 0 sense what happens in that stuff.
But they covered the game spread, salvaged that bet for me, and then they helped me win my parlay. The Mavericks defeat the Pelicans 111-103. That one also makes me mad, but good job. Kyrie with 35 points. Zion with 29. Go ahead and fade the Pelicans in the next game because Zion doesn't play back-to-backs or play 2 games in a row.
How many points did he have?
Zion, 29.
Oh, he didn't get over it. I think his total point was like 30.5 or something.
Why you would ever trust Zion, I don't get it.
I did. We were talking about it yesterday. I don't remember who it was. Somebody said something in the chat. We were just talking about him, and I'm just curious there. So, and you're right. That dude does not play back-to-backs.
He does not. Nope. Never. Rockets defeat the Timberwolves 121-115. This is one of those ones I was looking at, and I didn't end up betting it. No, I think I ended up betting the first half. Yeah, I lost the first half bet. You put up 48 points in the first quarter, and you only put up 20. You don't cover the first half spread. What the makes me mad. Makes me mad. But Rockets. I was looking at this. I'm like, the Rockets. They're kind of sputtering around. Didn't know.
I don't know what to do with that
team. For them. But it was like the style of play seemed to match up pretty well against the Timberwolves. So I was like, oh, they should win this one. I only went first half instead of game. That was a dumb move. Thunder defeat the Jazz 130-107. No shocker there. And this one,
we got over.
I lost my first half bet on this. I took the Kings in the first half. That was a big mistake. The Warriors just dominated from start to finish. 132-108 win for the Warriors there over the Kings.
Hey, that Thunder Jazz, we got over by the hair of our chinny chin chin, sir. Some of y'all may even got popped if it kept going. I got over 235.5. Never doubt. Never doubt.
You know what happened to me? I got bit in that Warriors game. I had a plus 500 parlay with the last leg. Steph Curry's points over 26.5. I think he ended up with like 20, but he didn't play like a majority of the final stretch since they were up so much.
Dude, you weren't here when I was telling Will this earlier, but I was watching a little bit of that the Timberwolves Rockets game last night, and they're talking about Anthony Edwards against Dylan Brooks last time where he had 41, and they were jawing, bumping back and forth early on, and Anthony Edwards got teed up early in the first quarter. Well, then he had like 10 points in like 3.5 minutes or something, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm about to bet him over. I bet him 40 plus at plus 185, and I bet him 45 plus at plus 500 for the half unit. That man had 34 points at the start of the fourth quarter steps. You know how many he finished with?
34, 36,
37.
Damn.
He hit 1 3, and don't get me wrong, he was taking his shots. He was like 4 for 16 from 3-point range, and but yeah, he hit 1 3 about midway through the fourth quarter, and that was it. That's all she wrote in a game that they should have won.
See, he's got that Jordan factor in him where like
no, he doesn't. If he did, he would have ended with 50 points last night and they'd have won the damn game.
I'm just saying, when you get under his skin, that's what like really motivates him to play.
Well, that's what I thought too. Didn't motivate him enough. He's dead to me. Bring your ass. Whatever. What are you doing, Will?
Oh, Rumble sent us an email, said that they'll be notifying us by Tuesday about the creators program stuff.
All right.
Looking over that real quick, you know.
Can we look at some college basketball for today, man? We talk some college basketball.
I just want to retire from college, but I'm so glad hockey's back, so I can stop betting.
We can. Since we're in the NBA, let's just run through the lines for the day, real quick. Bulls host the Suns. Suns 5-point favorites over the Bulls. You can't trust either of these teams. Sharp money on the Bulls, but 83% of the money on the Suns. You can't trust either of these.
There's no sharp money being bet in that game.
Nets visit the Sixers. Sixers lane 11. How bad are the Nets if the Sixers are lane 11? The Sixers aren't a good team. Sharp money on the Sixers, that's a lie. 56% of the money is back in the Nets.
All this sharp money they're saying today, it's all square as shit.
Bullshit. Lakers take on the Nuggets. Sharp money on the Dude, I agree with this one. I think the Nuggets are going to work the Lakers.
Yeah, they played this will be like their third game in 4 days or something, ain't it?
Yeah, and I don't know, man. They had a hard time competing with the Nuggets with Anthony Davis there. At least someone that could kind of bang bodies. Now you lose that. I don't even know if LeBron's going to play in this one. If I was LeBron, after playing a back-to-back, I'd sit this one out up at elevation.
He just had 2 crazy big games too. He wasn't like he was just out there jogging around. I mean, he was playing hard in 2 games too.
All right, I'm taking the Nuggets right now. Hold on.
Yeah, good call. I like that. That is a good bet.
Before this line moves to 10 or something.
There's not an overwhelming amount of money on them versus the Lakers, and everybody think the Lakers riding a little hot streak right now. 7 points looks like too many to give the Lakers right now. It's not.
It's minus 6.5 on Bet Online. Let's do it. The over-under is 241.5. That is crazy. That is wild. There we go. Place done.
And I saw blue. I saw what you were saying. I know y'all gonna be scared of it today. When we get to that Alabama Kentucky over 180.5, doesn't matter. Bet the over. Multiple units.
You like Kentucky in that one?
No, I'm not touching the side. I bet the over. I don't touch the side. I don't have to.
They're getting plus 10.5.
I don't care. And they might lose by 15, but they're still both going to score damn near 100.
I'm on the Kentucky.
If that could easily that final score might be like 101 to 85.
Alabama can't lose 3 in a row, can they? Can they? Alabama can't lose 3 in a row, can they?
No, it's probably a good spot for Alabama today. But
they don't have to lose by. Kentucky's covered 10.5.
That's what I'm saying. And Kentucky rises to the occasion in weird spots like this. Usually, the ones that they lay an egg in are games they shouldn't do it. When you got a game like this where they get hyped up for it and they know they're going in to play a top team, they usually show up to play. I'm just saying, just bet the over. You don't have to worry about shit.
Rockets play the Jazz off of a little back-to-back here. Rockets laying 7.5 on the road. Sharp money on the Jazz here, but 62% of the money is on the Rockets. And then the Hornets take on the Trailblazers. Blazers laying 4.5. That's how you know how bad the Hornets are.
Oh my God, the Trailblazers are favored? No, take the Hornets.
Here's what I will tell you with the Hornets. When they have a big number, always bet them. They tend to, when they're plus 13, 14, 15, 16, they always cover that number.
Didn't LaMelo sit out the other night?
He came back, so if anything, he sat out their last game. I think they had a back-to-back.
He played against the Lakers because he hit the shot or whatever.
They won. They covered that and won.
Set out the next night against the Nuggets, maybe, I think.
Probably, yeah. They played the Nuggets.
So he should be rested. I think you might look at Hornets money line right there. Trailblazers bad. It's a bad basketball team. It ain't like they're traveling across country. They've been out there all damn week because they played in L.A. and then played in Denver. It ain't like they flew all the way back to Charlotte and then go back to Portland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you shouldn't have like jet lag and all that.
I think that Jazz line is weird.
Both teams on a back-to-back there.
Yeah, but I mean, Jazz were a 15.5-point underdog last night.
That's the best.
They didn't cover.
Best team in the.
No, they didn't even get close to covering.
So what?
Yeah, the Rockets are good.
The Rockets are.
They were playing really well.
Did they cover last night?
You got to remember too. There is a thing about these teams
minus
going up,
3.5.
going up to elevation. So
that elevation you got to watch too. That is a thing too.
All right, should we talk college basketball?
Yes, I am ready.
All right. Right before we get into that, though, I got to tell you one more time about our friends over at Patriot Attic.
I got to get me some of them socks.
Those socks are pretty sweet. Patriot Attic is giving away a Trump mystery box absolutely free. No hidden charges, no recurring fees, none of that BS. Just cover shipping. If you're interested, go ahead and scan the QR code now because I am very interested and I am scanning the QR code. Imagine unpacking Trump gold bars, Trump socks, Trump's beanies, Trump hat, and who knows what else. Man, imagine getting those socks. I want those socks.
I love those socks, dude. I gotta have a pair.
But hurry,
dude. You can buy
socks are flying off the shelves, and we would not want you to miss it. Don't wait. Scan the QR code now and get your free Trump mystery box. Now I'm doing it right now. Look at this. I'm doing it live. Screw it. We'll do it live. I'm doing it live right now. Let's see what it says. It says, "Oh, you get gold bars." Well, thank you.
From Fort Knox.
Do it now. Scan the QR code. Get your free Trump mystery box right now.
Booyah.
Boo.
Have you seen the visor, the Trump 2024 visor that has the hair coming out?
No, that's awesome. I want one of those too.
I almost got one for B. McCormick.
That's awesome.
Because I feel like he would definitely wear that.
He totally would wear it. 100%, probably while driving the UPS truck. What up, gas station burrito? I knew somebody came in here the other day. I was trying to remember who it was. Came in steps the other day and told us to go green and white. Take that thing, man. Gas station burrito was one of those guys. That's when Buku was in here with us. Good to see you again, man. That's right. Good win for party last night, sir. We took it. We were on that thing.
Was that a raid? Was he from the raid?
I'm not sure. I don't remember if he's from the raid or not. I know he popped in here and hung out with us though, man. Gave us a winner.
Oh, by the way, everyone, I do have a hockey team. We'll announce that later down the road, but I've declared a hockey team.
It's official.
It's official.
Okay.
It is official. Man, Tennessee playing early today.
What about that under, Cricket?
Talk about this game real quick, Cricket. How can you trust the Vols this early in the day?
I don't. It's not so much even that. It's a tough spot right here. Now the line. So I gave y'all this free pick yesterday, man. Y'all know Uncle Bob's been crushing. I gave it out to you on Creek's Corner. Yeah, he was from the Beardo Raid Steps. Awesome, man. Awesome. We love our guy Beardo. But anyway, I told y'all yesterday, Uncle Bob's been on a tear, and I gave you a little free pick. He was on the Vols. He still is. I mean, Uncle Bob, when he put those out to y'all, he's already bet them. So he had Tennessee minus 1.5. Now you see the line has flipped all the way around to actually, let me do this and show y'all. But the line has flipped around now to Texas A&M minus 1.5. That's never usually a good sign, man. When you see something like that, I was already a little worried about it too. I was normally when Uncle Bob's on Tennessee, because he's from Tennessee, he's a Vols fan and all that stuff. Yeah. Normally when he's on Tennessee, it's usually a pretty solid pick. Normally when he's against Tennessee, it's also usually a pretty solid pick. So this one right here, I'm looking at the total, man. And I think that total is going to be too low. Games like this for Tennessee, obviously one of the best defensive teams, if not the best defensive team in the country. A&M's solid defensive team as well. You got a low total 130.5 right here. This is just one of those games that I've watched the last couple of years, and I've paid a lot of attention to the top 10 matchups with Tennessee. There has been quite a few of them last few years. And usually in these games like this, in a spot on the road where Tennessee's playing a top 10 team like this, these games do trend over. And it really don't take a whole lot. You got a close spread here, so you got the overtime factor too and all that. And it don't take a whole lot to get over 130.5. I'm going over on that one, Steps.
You're going over.
I'm going over, man.
That's a rare over for a Tennessee game.
It is a rare one for me.
And a low total. What if it goes down to 29?
And this one, man, I'll tell you, the biggest thing for me, if this spread was up somewhere 4, 5, 6 points, something like that, I'd probably be more apt to be careful with it. But the fact that it's under 2 points right here, there's a higher, not a high, but a higher probability that it could go to overtime. And that obviously, if you get to overtime, there ain't no way they're staying under 131.
And Texas A&M has had some weird games lately, haven't they?
They have, and this could be one where you see Tennessee like maybe get down early. As I said, early tip. They get down early in the game, and you wind up, you see them having to come back, shoot some threes, things like that. Maybe up the tempo a little bit, getting more possessions. So I do think it's going to go over, man. I do. I think that number's a little too low. It should probably be more. It may not go over by a lot. It probably should be around 134.5 to 136 is probably where I would put it.
Yeah.
So I think we can. Like I said, I think it's going to get over, not by a whole lot, unless it goes to overtime. Overtime could get you an extra 20 points or whatever.
Oh, I hate that.
But
you're gonna like this though.
Oh, dude, I know.
You're gonna like this. See that?
Yep. What's that say? I actually can't.
Pro line's 125.5.
That actually makes me feel better now because
that's what I'm saying.
They want me to take the damn under. Yeah, your pro report. We're going over.
There you go.
I'm probably about to bet it again.
Let's see what some of these trends are.
Once I get done with this, y'all, I'll start typing the picks back up today. We got all the action back, so I'll get my picks out to y'all by noon today.
You like this too. Totals have only gone over in one of Texas A&M's last 5 games. Totals have gone over in 4 of Texas A&M's last 14 games at home. So laws of average say it's due.
Everything's telling you to take the under. They want you to take the under so bad you can't stand it.
Over has gone Tennessee overs 2 in the last 5 games and 8 in the last 17 games.
You have to give me that one more time, sir. Sorry.
Tennessee. In the last 5 games, they've gone over twice. In the last 17 games, they've gone over 8. Why do they have Tennessee's home trend listed? They're the road team.
I was going to say yep.
So I was listening the whole time. So we're taking Tennessee in the under.
You go right ahead. You do what you want to do. I'm betting over.
No, I'm betting A&M in the over.
Hey, like I said, with the line flipping around like that, it's obviously not 100%. Y'all know such thing. But more times than not, when a line flips completely like that, it's usually not a good sign for the team the line flipped on.
I'm just betting the money line. A&M is now a 2-point favorite on my book. I'm just going to lay the minus 135.
Don't do that. If A&M wins the game today, they're covering.
Okay. And then do you really want me to play a clip tomorrow of you saying this and then A&M wins by 1 and I would have lost my bet?
I actually would not be upset about that at all. That would be perfect.
Cricket. You see this one here? Missouri, Arkansas. 99% of the bets.
I'm taking Arkansas.
Listen to this. 99% of the bets and 78% of the money is on Missouri. And the line has moved from -2.5 to -1.5. So
what could go wrong, Steph?
That is reverse line movement, correct?
Exactly, y'all. You got all that money on one side, and the book, instead of moving it out like they should do right there to try to get some money back on the other side, they moved it the other way to try to lure more money in on Missouri. Don't take the bait. I'm on Arkansas money line today.
And see, that's like one of those situations where the pro projection, the data says, you know what I'm saying? The data's, it's a computer. That's why you don't get that.
Yep.
You know what I'm trying to say?
It crunches. Yep, I do. There is a factor. You can do on all your numbers and have your AIs and all your different things like that. You do all that. There is something that goes into actually watching the teams play the game.
Yeah.
You guys want your plus 345 money line upset of the day?
Plus 345 upset? Yes, please.
Oregon over Wisconsin, baby.
No, I'm on Wisconsin -8.5.
Let's see what the grade is.
I didn't say you like it. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen today.
Wisconsin plays really good at home.
It's at 9 a.m.
12 p.m. 12 p.m., which is 9 a.m. for the Oregon players.
Fine.
Just saying, it's early for them boys in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
They probably ain't been out there all week like they did. They had to go back home. They just played a home game the other night. Yep. They flew out there. Yeah, I'm on Wisconsin. Double-digit win for the Badgers. Dang. That's right. Oh, see? Supporting co-signing still. Let's go, man. We're about to crush them today.
Yeah, dude. There's no reason Oregon should be +3. Like, I know they're on the road, but still.
And that team's spotty, dude. They've been peaks of all. They've lost a few games that they had no business losing. A couple they had no business winning, but at the same time, like I said, Wisconsin plays great at home, dude. I've been riding that wave for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Wisconsin's the right side there.
Okay.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about in the chat. I would love to be able to get into that with y'all, but I think I've already talked enough of that today. I threw it in my mouth the first time we talked about it.
Let's see. Oregon, Wisconsin. Next big game we got is Florida State Louisville.
Be careful with this one. It's gone down a point from yesterday. It's a big number, 13.5 for Louisville there, but it was 14.5 yesterday. Florida State's terrible. I told you yesterday you probably wanted to bet Florida State because all the trash I talk about their athletic program, how garbage it is. And Louisville's been playing very well, but seeing it go down a point there kind of scares me. I'm just going to stay away from that one.
Yeah, Louisville's a 13.5-point favorite. Ooh, that's gross.
Will, if you want to pull that other thing, your action stuff, pull that up. I just pulled this up while you were gone.
Sure.
Oh, I took it down. That was me.
Whatever y'all need, y'all can put whatever y'all want up there. Put your action report up there, Steps, so we can talk about all that and find the ones that are
How
wrong.
wrong they are.
Yeah.
It's just they don't put the games aren't in order, so it's like I have to scroll to find them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Which, I don't mind doing it, but
you put them in
for
order. Like
entertainment
this,
value.
they're in order.
Not on the pro report part.
That's
It does it
on the
based
pro
off of
report.
grade.
Oh.
Well, we'll give you a game then when we get to it. And,
Actually, you know what? No, I can do it by schedule. Sorry, I got this.
Oh, you got an extra option there?
Yeah, Will, I got this. You guys talk. I'll be the producer.
All right, do whatever you want.
Producer Dis. Heavy steps. Let's go. I'm here.
Where's your screen at? There it is.
Right
Okay.
here. I got it. Now I got it by time. All right. What we want to talk about next?
Tell me what's going on in Mississippi State, Oklahoma, because that line has moved out. Mississippi State was -1.5 yesterday. It's moved out 2 points to -3.5. And I don't have a lot of faith in that Oklahoma team. Well, they had a good start to the season. They have struggled, man. They have been struggling. They started out, they're one of the last remaining undefeated teams in the country, one of the last like 4, and they since have not played very well at all, even at home, man. So I think Mississippi State, they're on a little tear right now. I was looking for them to have a letdown spot the other night against A&M after beating Ole Miss on the road, and they didn't. They smacked A&M in the damn mouth, took our money, Steps.
Yeah.
And I think that this team right here is just kind of getting on a little bit of a roll.
Yeah. You see money here, 97% of the bets, 98% of the money. The line did open up at -1.5. And all that money coming in did push it out to 3.5. So line's moving with the money. It looks like Action has it rated at -3.5 as well. So D grade, they're saying pretty much pass on it.
So, see, there's an example, y'all. That's what the books are supposed to do. When a shit ton of money's coming in on one side, the book's supposed to push the line out some, so they try to draw some money back on the other side there. When all that money's coming in on one side and they move it down, that's when you got to be scared.
And as you can see,
tell you, Crick.
The best line's already at 4, Cricket, so it's probably going to keep moving in that direction.
Mississippi State's a good play today, y'all.
Yep. Jump on it now.
Yep, because it's going to move out some. What's up, Will?
Julie listened to our show yesterday. I'm gonna pull this down for a second. Steps. Hard Rock. Well, listen to our segment, like she always does. Hard Rock actually does have the spread
for sets.
For the set, yeah. So she said she's gonna talk to DraftKings about getting it. So like, the Bueno Rock yesterday first set was -1. They have it at -1.5, which is what you have to set it at.
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense, like a run line or something. Yeah,
and then she was asking me, she goes, "What does that mean?" I go, "That means if you like them to win it, they have to win it 6-4 or better,
Yeah, or you lose your bet."
They also have how many over like an total points over under like 9.5 in that set.
I love that, dude. I love it. That's what I'm saying. When you provide more options to this stuff, that's how you get more people intrigued to it, interested in stuff like that. Man, I love this, dude. And shout out to Julie. Julie gets things done, bro.
Also, they have like retro or somewhat retro jerseys for sale up there. She said she was going to see if I wanted the Benny one, but Benny's dad was there and bought it. And I go, well, yeah.
We'll let that go. That's the only person we weren't even going to let Benny's girlfriend or wife have that thing. We'll let his dad have it.
Yeah,
you need a game one.
This look
from Benny.
Look at the one I bought.
A Rots. Let's go, bro.
It has the was it Reboat on there? It has the old school Bet Rivers on there logo on it.
Dude, whatever. That's cool, dude.
She sent me a video of like going through them. I'm like, I'll take that Rots one, please. That one
absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I'm about to get on there and use some of my highlight gift cards. Got me another one yesterday. Steps finished exactly top 20. Get paid. You know what spot Cricket finished? 20.
Last.
20.
Okay.
No, there was like 28 in it. I finished 20, which pays the same as Will, who finished in first place. Ha!
Back-to-back wins, by the way, Steps.
It's just unfortunate you can't get those lines where you're at.
I know. God, I'd be.
I mean, talk to Julie about that.
She can't change the Idaho law if she could.
I started to say Julie gets things done, but I think
I'm saying she can at least try to get it on the offshores.
Oh,
on lines or the MyBookies,
yeah.
You know,
We ain't trying to get Julie in no trouble, man.
No, but it is somewhat of an international sport. You know what I'm saying? You would think
if you can bet on selling and the rugby union, you should be able to bet on highlight anywhere too.
dude, on Bovada, you can bet on some weird ass shit. So
I crushed the World Dart Championships.
Yeah,
crushed them.
Texas Tech is hosting West Virginia today. Tech laying 11.5. That's a lot. It's a lot of points.
I want to, I want Steps. Give me some pro stats.
All right, so we've got West Virginia opened up at plus 12.5. That line's currently sitting at 11.5, so it moved down a point. Pro projection on Action has the line set at plus 8.5, so you do have a 5.1% edge there. 48% of the money and 22% of the bet is on West Virginia, and that is a B grade by Action Pro Systems. I kind of like West Virginia there.
I do too. I think it's too many points. What up, Bullamon?
Right?
When you get that drop that says about that action, boss, we need to get that one.
I think where that money's at and how the lines move down 1 point there and where they have it set at, I think that's a good bet there.
What? West Virginia?
Yeah.
That's right, Arla Cost. We ain't diving back into that. We talking sports here, man. You good? I think it's too many point Steps. I agree with you.
What up, Balloom? Was it Balloomon? Balloomon? Sup, noobs? Sup, buddy?
And there must be some type of respectable money coming in on West Virginia for them to move it down a point, and they only have 20.
Well, I mean, if you're getting 12.5 in a game that's totaled at 135.
True, too.
Yeah, that's true, too. That's a good point. And West Virginia's been a scrappy bunch, dude. Even on the road, a lot of those times, even the games they're losing, they've won a couple on the road. I didn't think where they were dogs. And even the ones where they've been big dogs like this, they've been a scrappy bunch in that thing, man.
And Texas Tech's coach rumored to have a connection to IU.
The only thing that scares me, Steps, is that Texas Tech is coming off a loss at TCU earlier in the week. Could be a revenge.
Good though.
TCU, they're a game above.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
They're about the same. Okay, it's about.
I'm thinking about their baseball team. Their baseball teams.
I started to say I was like West Virginia and TCU are very similar style basketball teams in this thing. But the only thing I may wind up just staying away from this one, Steps. I feel like it's too many points, but I'm going to be mad when Texas Tech wins this one by 20.
I don't know, man.
Mississippi State at Oklahoma State laying now 4. It looks like
we talked about this one.
Yeah, we're taking Mississippi State. It's moved out 2 points. Yeah,
you actually, I think, sent us off on this one before you left on the last one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Either way, here's your bet: Mississippi State minus 3.5.
That's the side I was going to be on anyway. So I'm glad you guys tailed me.
Right side, sir.
I'm glad you guys tailed me on that one. Houston hosting Iowa State 5 versus 8 matchup.
We got to talk.
Don't matter about your rankings. Houston 12.5 point favorites.
What time is that one?
And because they're 12.5 point favorites, because Iowa State's top 2 scorers are going to be out of this game today. I thought I was going to love the over in this thing. It was at 134.5 yesterday. Felt like a game that would go over. Then saw the announcement come out where the top 2 scorers are out. They're going to have some guys that got to play some minutes today that aren't used to playing some minutes. I think the play is now because the line's gone up 4 points since that news. It was 8.5 yesterday. It's up to 12.5.
Not only
that's 5 points now.
I think the play in that game is now Houston.
Not only are they going to get some minutes they don't normally get, they got to go up against a defense that
top
they've never
5
seen before.
Yeah,
top 5 that's the one team that I know this is a home game, but one team that I don't mind betting on the road in college basketball is Houston, because that defense travels and it's just it's something that these teams never see. Houston plays a unique style. Doesn't mean they're going to win every single game, but it definitely throws you off your game. So
I just went to 12.5. So it is 5 points now. Might be a little bit of an overreaction to the 2 scores being out, but in college basketball, dude, that might be. It's a little different than the NBA.
See, I almost kind of I was liking that Houston over anyway, and I'm kind of still liking it because I think there's a blowout factor, and this could wind up being one that's like one of those 80 to 65 steps. This could be another one of those somewhere in that area, man.
Arla says, Will, can you read the game when discussing, because my feed is so bad I can't see the video and read who is playing who. We got you.
Yeah, we got you, brother. We got you.
Total wise, Action, the line opened at 134.5. It's down to 130.5 at most books, 131 at some. They have the pro line set at 131, so not much of an edge there, but there has been.
This is Houston and Iowa State, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
this is Houston and Iowa State we are talking about. I do want to give you, for those of you that can bet like college player props, looking at Nate, I don't know if it's Heiss or Heese. Heise. He's a guy. He normally only averages. He's probably going to set his point total somewhere around 7.5 or 8.5. Can you see that, Steps? What they got?
They don't have them listed yet for
okay.
college.
Well, I think we take the over on Nate Heise on his points today. If you're able, I can't do that. I'm in Tennessee. I can't bet college player props. But if you can bet college player props, look, he plays for Iowa State. But Nate Heise, I like his over on his points. I think they're going to set it somewhere around 8.5, 9. I feel like he's going to get double digits today. He's going to take a lot more shots. He averaged something like 13.5 points a game at Northern Iowa last year. He's a shooter. He's going to have to shoot a few more shots today. Somebody's going to have to score them damn points for him. I think we take Heise over his points.
Arlacoste says, Cricket, where do you get players out reports? Because if we make our bets with that, without that info, not good.
Man, I just read.
At the same time, Cricket. How many times does a player sit? We've talked about this.
That's different though, dude. That's NBA. That's professional sports. That's
I do want to say a lot of the times why in the morning show during the week we don't get it. I mean, we focus on the sports news and not so much of the betting lines and stuff like that. Is because we could talk about it, but it's so early in the day that we'll do a better job now that football's over and whatnot. We're diving back into these things of like, here's where we're leaning and whatnot. But I rarely ever place bets in the morning or the night before because there's so much in both in all the sports. But even hockey, even in these, so many things can happen and flip on you. That all
perfect example was the other day when you loved the Rockets in that game. It was 6.5. Everything looked fun. We thought, everybody thought the whole damn Warriors team was going to sit out. And then 3 hours before the game, they announced, and the line plummets down 5 points. That's another reason you got to watch that. So that's why I've started releasing my picks a little bit later. I was releasing them at like 11:30 or noon, and I'll do it today because the games get off. But like, if you do it that early, man, those lines change so much. By the time we do pump the break step, there'd be at least 2 or 3 picks that I liked at noon that I didn't like at 5 p.m.
And then you'll go chasing it. Right.
Yeah. Oh,
and,
yeah.
Then you'll go chasing it, and then you'll find out you'll get middled and lose both.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Double dip you.
That's why you bet soccer on Saturday mornings because it starts at 9:30.
Okay.
9:30.
Ole Miss at Vanderbilt is the next game up.
I believe this one flipped too.
It did flip.
What time's that one at?
Noon 30.
Yeah, this was the other way yesterday too. I think it was Ole Miss minus
3:30 your time.
1.5. What time? What my time? 3:30. I was going to say, why am I kind of not finding this? Yeah, no, I think that this one you got to be careful with. Vanderbilt's got that weird, stupid court we always talk about too.
Oh my god,
teams play. Teams don't play as well there for whatever reason. It's different. It's a weird thing. It's a weird, wide open gym. It's just different. It's raised. The benches at the end of the courts. It's weird.
Dark.
So, dark. I ain't touching this damn thing, man. But I think
I did want to ask you. I would probably go with Vanderbilt on this one just because the line did flip and it's hard. We've seen, especially in the SEC, and the Big Ten, it's hard to win on the road. Ole Miss is and it's a system play. A ranked team, an unranked team is now favored at home over a ranked team.
You're right, Will. That's like I said, Vanderbilt's playing that one.
Pittsburgh, and I wanted to ask you about this one, Steps. It's not a top 25 matchup, but Pittsburgh, Notre Dame home, and is a 1.5 dog.
What time is this one at?
11:15, so 2:15 your time.
Now, are you asking me about this because you think I'm a Notre Dame basketball fan?
I just want to know if you know anything about Notre Dame basketball.
Don't know anything. See, Indiana, you grow up a Notre Dame football fan, Indiana basketball fan.
Notre Dame has a football team?
People think it's outrageous that we've split our fandom, but dude, I didn't go to Notre Dame. I didn't go to IU. I could split my damn fandom.
And people act like Indiana football was ever anything to cheer before 2024.
Exactly.
When did Notre Dame get a football team?
Shut up, dude. Anyways, as of right now, it looks
never
like
see them in big games.
Line was at 2.5. It moved to 1.5. Whatever, dude. Washington State. That's all I gotta say.
We suck. We own it.
Go walk up that damn hill. Ryan Leaf. Gardner Minshew's like the greatest thing that ever came from your university, other than yourself.
Well, Gardner Minshew's a national treasure.
That's right. So it doesn't really have any money listed. Looks like nobody's betting on this game. I don't know really much about either team. I do know Notre Dame has a good coach, and I do know that they have a lot of young good guys that he's brought in. I'm just not sure how much they've matured and how much they've developed throughout the year. I haven't really been paying attention to them.
I do love that half the chat is talking about sports. The other half is talking about Israel, and I love it. I'm here for it. Everyone's getting fired up this morning. This is great.
That's why, I like
that. Locker room, baby. You never know what's going to happen.
That chat down there, y'all making my brain explode. All the different
Somebody
things.
said something about Doritos. That piqued my
Someone
attention.
said something about who could care less about who's sucking whose balls. That's right.
Best Doritos flavor. Shoot
Best
from the
Doritos
hip.
flavor?
Shoot from the hip. Real quick.
I'm an original guy, man, on that one.
Nacho.
I like nacho cheese, man. I like Cool Ranch too.
Those are the two easiest
My boys
ones.
love.
I mean, they're too easy. I was saying, I do like that sweet chili.
You can't beat you can't beat the nacho one, and then when you need to switch up one or two times, you just go to the Cool Ranch and then go back to the nacho.
Dude, my boys always go, we want the blue chips. We want the blue chips.
Oh yeah, get the blue ones, bro. Those are good ones, absolutely. Like I said, those sweet chili ones in the purple bag are pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we got Georgia going on the road to take on number 1 Auburn. Auburn laying 16.5. Georgia's god awful.
I like the under in this.
What time? I need you to give me the time.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
All right. Thanks. Ooh, okay. We got some money lines. Some money. We got some reads here. We got 78% of our bets on Georgia, 90% of the money. That point, the line has moved a point down to plus 16.5. So we do have some line movement following that money, but not big movement there. Auburn is at home. I'm not sure what the records and the splits and stuff are, but it looks like Action has it set at 15.7, so not much of an edge there.
Tell me about the total, because this total, I was watching this one yesterday, and I kind of like the under, because I do feel like Auburn winds up blowing this one out. And in these games like this where you got the blowouts, they do tend to trend more under, because you don't get a lot of those trash points at the end on free throws and things like that where the game's getting shortened up. The game will wind up being a lot shorter. And I was looking at the under in this yesterday, but it's at 148.5, kind of scared me, but it's gone down to 146.5 now. I like the under in this one.
Yeah, opened at 148.5 down to 146.5. Action has it set at 148 as their line. No edge there really. 55% of the bets are on the over. 56% of the money are on the over.
Because here's the thing: even if it's not a blowout and say Georgia's in the game, to me that tells me that Auburn shot really poorly.
Georgia's go up and down, man. They started so good, and then just lately they've been awful.
Auburn, they're still
Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. Yeah, Georgia for sure. They got that young freshman stud that plays down the block, but a lot of people have figured out that he's pretty much all they got, and they just cram the paint and take him away from it, and they can't shoot from the outside, man.
Can I give you 2 best bets of the day for me?
Lay it
Let's
on.
hear it. Give me the times too.
4 p.m. Eastern Washington at Northern Arizona. Lay the 3.5 with Northern Arizona. Eastern Washington is hot garbage this year. I know nothing about Northern Arizona. I know Eastern Washington can't win a game.
I'll take that. That's like a Patriot play telling me to take Texas State or something.
Eastern Washington is usually pretty damn good at basketball, and I checked in on them the other day, and I'm like, holy cow, you guys are embarrassing. And then you ask them to go on the road.
Do they have a red court like they have a red field?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's bullshit.
And then my other one, the Huskies are going to Iowa. Iowa's laying 6.5. I'm laying it with Iowa. Huskies aren't good.
Ooh, they just got a. Yeah, that's a good. I like that. What is the total on that one?
And if you look at the Huskies, it's 158.5. It's a high total. The Huskies on the road this year suck.
And these Iowa, they keep putting these Iowa totals way up there like that. High 150s, low 160s. Now it'll probably be right on it, but I still think the play in that one's probably the under.
Let me get it for you guys. That's a 430. It looks like Iowa. Where is that one at?
So
it's 4 p.m.
Oh, 4 p.m. I must have passed it. 4 p.m. Iowa. Yeah, the chat is crazy right now.
Yeah, I can't. Like I said,
I love it.
Y'all do your thing. Have your fun,
Dude,
man.
Where is this damn game?
If you probably click off all that highlighted stuff where you can actually see the logos.
Sorry.
It should be after that. Let's see.
There it is.
There it is.
All right. So you got over 156.5 was your opening line. It has moved up to 158.5. Action Pro has it set at 161.7. You got all the money and the bets coming in on the under in this one. 68% of the bets, 66% of the money. So
be careful.
Yep.
Never mind. I don't like it as much anymore.
Yeah, because the line moved up and all the money is coming in on the under.
Don't bet that. Don't bet that under in that game.
You know what I mean? It should have moved the other way.
It should have. You're right, Steps. You're right. Yep.
Next game we got up in the top 25 is Clemson on the road at SMU. Clemson only laying 1.5 here.
I might be screwing up on this one, but I'm going to take SMU. I'm going to take them +1. I'm just going to take money line. I ain't going to take the +1.5. You get the +1.5 at even money.
Yeah, you should probably just take the money line.
I'm taking the money line +110 right there. Now, if it was 2.5, I told y'all yesterday I'm worried about this. I'll take the +2.5, but I don't really like to take the +1.5. I just feel like I see more games land on 2 than I do on 1. So the 2.5 feels like I'm getting a little value there with that extra hook. 1.5, I'm like, you're going to win the damn game. Most of the time, you're going to win it by more than a point. So I like this
most of the time.
Most of the time, more times than they don't. That's my thing. I'm a numbers guy, probabilities, all that. More times than not, they're going to win it by more than 1 point. And Clemson has been playing very well. They got a big win over Duke a couple weeks ago. All that. I feel like it's kind of one of those spots. College basketball is weird. This is a good team. Going to make the tournament and all that stuff. But I feel like it's one of those spots where they drop one. You know what I'm saying? Tough spot on the road.
I'm going to fade Clemson so hard when the tournament comes around. The ACC is not good.
They went to the damn Elite Eight last year, didn't they?
I think so.
Something weird
Sounds
like that.
right.
Didn't they beat Duke too?
Last year?
Clemson this year.
Yeah, they did. Just a couple 7 or 10 days
Chris
ago.
Cooper flag slipped, remember?
I think it was, I think not last Saturday, but Saturday before. So 2 weeks ago, I think they beat Duke at home.
They're kind of low-key really good, man.
That's what I'm saying. They're a solid team, and, the line's probably about – they should probably be favoring this game, but SMU's been a pretty good squad this year too, plays better at home, and it just feels like one of those spots where it's about time for Clemson to drop one,
Yeah. Don't have any bet percentage or money coming in on this one, but action does side a little bit there with SMU as their line is more towards a pick 'em. So you can get a little bit of an edge with the +1.5 with SMU, but I don't know.
I want to
Oklahoma State at Kansas. Kansas is in shambles right now, yet they're laying 14.5, total of 149.5. This is Oklahoma State at Kansas. What do we think, boys?
It's gone down 2 points. It was 16.5 yesterday for Kansas. And I don't think you can trust this Kansas team. They should be motivated because the coach called them out after they got beat by a damn 30 the other night at BYU, told them that they were soft, all these different things. They had to reevaluate a lot. So they should be geared up. They probably had a couple really good days of practice, tough days of practice. So I don't know. They should be. But this Kansas team, they ain't shown me anything the last 2-3 weeks. It tells me they can beat anybody by 15.
That's what I think is interesting with this one. I don't know. Hasn't really moved much. It opened at 14.5, like you said. Which side did it? Which way did it go?
Yesterday when I did Crick's Corner, this line was at 16.5 in favor of Kansas. I do remember that, and it's gone down 2 points now. So maybe it opened, went up, then went back down. But I know yesterday at around 3 p.m., it was minus 16.5. So seeing it go down, like I said, I haven't seen anything telling me that team can beat anybody by 15.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell with a line that long where the true bet and money percent lies. You know
now
what
the
I mean?
biggest game of the day: New Mexico State going to Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State laying 4 steps. You're our Kennesaw
State expert, sir.
Do we like that today?
No.
What's their mascot?
I might.
Owls.
Oh, the owls.
Damn, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's literally right around the corner from my house. I could.
Do we like
almost
the Owls
walk there.
today at home laying the 4?
No, it looks like New Mexico State's the play here. New Mexico State looks like they should be a +1.5 favorite, not a +4.5 favorite. You got a 3-point edge there, 7.5% A- grade. Kennesaw's been pretty good though.
How professional is that man, Will? You came in here and you said, I want to talk about New Mexico State, Tech, or whoever it was against Kennesaw State. That man just starts rattling off numbers. Doesn't even take the hometown team. Gives you the sharpest play of the day right there.
There you go.
Yeah, I just bet it because you said it.
What a savage.
Yeah. All right.
We'll
That's
see
why
what
I threw it
happens.
to him. I knew he could handle it.
NMSU. I love betting New Mexico State, man.
Yeah, dude. The +155 on the money line is looking interesting too.
I can.
I'm just curious. In the chat, all y'all down there in the chat love our friends in the chat and everything. I'm just curious, how often do y'all get engaged in conversations like this?
Daily.
Daily. That's what I'm curious about daily, because I want you to think about this. Think about all the shit you could be doing with your time.
Correct.
Talk about that
let
nonsense.
the chat do its thing. They don't even type this stuff. They already have it copied and pasted.
I'm just sitting here looking. I'm reading some of this stuff, and I'm like, y'all got to be into this to even know some of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like
the second biggest game of the day.
Hold on, real quick, Will, before you move on. I think you're right with the Mexico State. It's more towards an even line, and you can get value at +165 on the money line.
What about
the money line right
what
now,
about
too.
New Mexico State?
Sorry.
I'll bet
NMSU.
Mexico State today too. But what about New Mexico?
New Mexico State. We have to be very clear about this for our Lacoste. He's not watching. He's only listening.
The next biggest game of the day is Santa Clara thinks they're going to come into Pullman and beat my Cougs. All right, Santa Clara laying 2.5 in Pullman. We just got our ass spanked by Gonzaga. We ain't losing back to
Damn,
back.
you guys are underdogs.
And you skipping games. I got questions on, man.
We'll go back to him, Cricket. Let him have his moment. At least we're not talking NFL.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs. I'm not betting this game, people. I'm not betting it. That's a joke.
Dude,
the next
the
big
money.
game on the slates is number 2 Florida
Hold
at
timeout.
LSU.
Timeout.
Way down. I got a question about a game.
Do you see this right here?
What?
On the spread, Washington State
of them
has 1% of the bet.
Go
and almost
Cougs.
half of the money, dude.
Go Cougs. Somebody laid a monster
that's
bet.
me.
I feel like we got to bet the
You bet
Cougs,
the
man.
kids' college fund on the Cougs over Santa Clara.
Jesus.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong, baby?
I want to ask you about this one real quick, Steps, and we can go down to these other games. I need to know what's going on with the total in Virginia and North Carolina.
Virginia, North Carolina. What time is that one at?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Virginia, North Carolina at 4 o'clock. Here we go. Let's see what that total. You said total, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, shout out to Rebecca real quick. She says, I'm getting ready for work and have to leave soon. Have a dream job working with real patients. Hey, there you go.
Hey, yeah. Shout out, Rebecca. Go take care of them folks. We appreciate
it. Great bedside manners, Rebecca. All right. So we opened up at 143.5. We've gone.
Delayed there. A little delayed.
All right. Open at 143.5. Consensus line is sitting at 142.5 right now. Action has it set at 142. 60% of the bets, 60% of the money is on the over.
Oh, it's on the over.
Again, move down a point, even though the money is.
Yeah, we're gonna stay away.
On the over.
Stay away. I told y'all when the Virginia line, they usually, because Virginia historically, at least the last 5-7 years, have been a really good defensive team, and they always usually set their totals in the high 120s. If you find them in the high 120s, bet the over this year. They're not trending to the under in those spots. This one's a little high, 143.5. You better stay away.
Where the hell's Patriot? Maybe I have a bone to pick with him and his parlays. We need.
He's got to get. Hey, buddy, he's
I
got
know.
to get
I'm gonna
tuned
give him
up. They've
time.
been playing for like 6 days or something. Give him a little time to get tuned in.
I want to give him a pep talk. That's all.
I can tell you. He'll tell you this: don't bet Duke baseball.
Oh, dude, they lost again yesterday, 11-8.
They suck.
I know.
The biggest game today in the nerd world: Harvard at Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania laying 2. No, I'm just kidding. We don't talk about that one. Florida LSU. Huh?
So that's probably a gym.
Florida LSU. Florida laying 10 on the road. SEC road team. Oh man.
What time's that one at?
That
7.
one is 7.
Okay. No, 6. Sorry, 6.
6.
It went up a point. It was at Florida minus 9.5 yesterday when it did Kirk's Corner. It's gone up to 10.5 now. Some respected people that I know do kind of lean toward LSU today. I'm just not touching it. That Florida team is good, bro.
Me. You can tell them it's me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the people. I respect their opinion. Looking at LSU today, and I don't know, man. I'm not touching this damn game. Florida's good, and they can score in bunches. And they're one of those teams. I mean, hell, we've seen them go on the right, expect them to go on the road and drop the ball at Auburn. It's a couple different times I've expected Florida to do that. They've kind of, since that beat down they got up in Knoxville. Don't get it twisted. They gave us one down in Gainesville too. But since that beating in Knoxville, they've been playing really good basketball, bro.
Rebecca says, and I'm going to drive alongside the Gulf of America on my way to work. God bless America. That's right.
Thank you, President Trump, for fulfilling all of your promises. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Oh, man.
Stand with David life for me. So I proudly stand.
Hey, quit butchering Lee Greenwood.
Hey,
I seen him live.
Big game tonight. The actual big game tonight. No BS.
Oh,
Kentucky at Alabama. Bama laying 9.5.
Y'all know what to do,
baby.
You know what to do. Just bet the over. It's 179.5. They're scoring 200. Bet the under, Steps. Bet the damn under.
Hold on, we'll talk about that second. I'm not betting the side.
180.
I'm betting Kentucky, baby. You know I love me some Mark Pope. Let's go.
That's fine. It's the thing. Here's the thing. You could bet the over and you can still cheer for him.
We've got a pro action line here at plus 6.5. I got it at 10.5. I'm feeling good about that 4-point edge, 10% edge, A+ grade. So let's take a look at the total for Crick. Crick loves the Alabama overs.
I don't give a damn what they say.
I know they
can
don't.
have whatever they want.
Don't.
All the trends, all the history,
Holy
whatever
shit.
they want to do, they're going to score all the damn points.
Well, Action Pro Line has it set at 186.5. Opened up at 177.5. It's moved up to 179.5. So it's gone up 2 points. And all the money and the bets, well, not all the money, but 60% of the bets, 59% of the money is on the over. So we have a little bit of reverse line movement there.
Yep. Don't even care. Let's see how high they'll let you take it. They'll let you take it over. You take it over 192.5 at plus 340.
Yeah. I think now that you've gotten into the 180s, it's an auto bet on the over.
It's an auto bet. I don't care what the
I
number
know.
is.
I'm just saying 180, like you never see that.
And this is Alabama and Kentucky we're talking about.
Yes.
Kentucky. Yes. The last game they played, they scored damn near 200.
Let's see what this money line is.
They're tired or something?
Nope.
So I think if you like Kentucky, you should probably sprinkle a little bit on that money line as well. Should be around plus 233. Best odds available right now are plus 400. So you almost can double your money there.
If you like Kentucky, you definitely like the over.
Yeah.
Because if Kentucky's in this game, they're trading buckets back and forth, firing like crazy. If Alabama, the only way this game stays under is if Alabama blows them out and you don't get the trash points at the end. That's another reason I kind of like the under in this one, because even with a big line like that, I expect Kentucky to be in this game. They show up for spots like this. They got a lot of talent on that roster.
Here's one you have to take here, Cricket.
I have to? Okay.
Boise State plus 1.5.
I was looking at that.
I don't take Boise State in anything.
Dude, 99% of the money and 94% of the bet is on Nevada, and the line hasn't moved.
So here's the play today, boys. You parlay Boise State money line with the Washington State Cougar money line and count your money in the morning.
There you go. Love it.
That is a sweat if I've ever seen one. Hey, Steps, go to the St. Mary's Gonzaga one. That one's interesting. Zags are laying 6 at home against St. Mary's. This should be a good game. Total of 142.5. I want to see what the report on that is.
All right. So it looks like there is some value there on the money line. It should be closer to plus 170. You can get it at plus 22 right now. Best odds. Let's see what the total is looking like in that game. The total set at 142.5, opened up at 143.5. So it has gone down a point there. Don't have any data right now on the bet percentage or the money, so can't really give you a good idea of if the movement there is right. And as far as the spread goes, it looks like St. Mary's is the play here. You're getting 6.5 is the best bet at the books. Action has the line set at plus 4.3, 6.4% edge, which is a B plus grade. So St. Mary's would be the play here.
Yeah, St. Mary's always gets up for this game.
I think I got to bet Gonzaga again today. I think I have to bet them in this one because I got the ticket on St. Mary's to win the conference at plus 950.
It's a little hedge action.
Yeah, I think I got to hedge a little bit. Another one, we do have a system play today, though, y'all. Cal Baptist, Grand Canyon, over 150.5.
Oh, it's in the shoebox?
In the shoebox, baby. The Lopes in the shoebox, baby. Otto said it.
On the over.
And it's already gone up a point this morning. When I sat down here to get ready to do the show, it was at 149.5 up to 150.5 right now. System play. Lopes in the shoebox, bet the over.
Next big game, Duke hosting Illinois.
Yep.
Actually, it's Illinois.
Illinois.
Illini.
Don't want us to put the S on. Don't put the S on there if you don't want us to say it.
Exactly.
Duke is 8.5 point favorite at home. Total of 156.5. What do we think here?
Opened up at 10.5. It's moved down to 8.5 now. Action Pro line is set at 7.2. So you do have a little bit of edge there with Illinois.
This is the one that's played in the Garden tonight, and Illinois is sick.
It's what that I was about to say that Will gave us all these tidbits. I can't remember if it was when you were here with us or not, but Illinois have been battling a bad, nasty flu bug. They've been playing bad. It kind of makes more sense now because these guys have been going at it half-mast, really. And
which would also make sense why 66% of the money and 80% or 66% of the bets, 80% of the money is on Duke, and that line has moved down.
Yeah, that's scary. You know what? That's what I'm saying. I don't think the play, like Will said yesterday, the day before, I don't think the play is Duke in this one. The play is that we fade Duke when they go down to Miami next week, and they're giving them all them points because some of them dudes are going to be sick, bro.
Yep.
I agree.
Period.
Also,
that's
you're going down to Miami. You know what I mean? You're kind of like you're 18-point favorites. You're going to win the game.
You're going from New York to Miami?
Yeah, you're going to go enjoy that.
That's what I'm saying. That's probably only going to change by 60 degrees.
By the way, it's Miami weather here today. We're in the 40s. We're getting up to 48
40s,
boys.
Uh-oh.
The snow's gonna start melting.
You won't know what did you get the barbecue ready?
Well,
Hawaiian shirts?
Traeger on deck. Yeah. I'm about to
Goodness,
actually
I'm
unthaw my freeze pool or whatever I got out there.
Your cold plunge?
My cold plunge, yeah.
You just start using that as a cooler, man.
Dude, it's frozen.
Solid. You could ice skate on it if you wanted to.
There's like a few inches of just solid shit. You can't get in there. I'm afraid to break it up because I want to break the damn thing, so I'm just waiting for it to melt. So we like the Dookies today. Okay.
No, we don't. Not today. I'm not touching it today.
I bet.
Nope. Stay away.
But see, like Steps is saying, though, you got a lot of money coming in on Duke, and they moved the line down. It's one of those spots. We don't like to mess with those, man.
Yeah, but we know it's going to be it's a neutral site, but it's a home game for Duke. There's going to be way more Duke people in the Garden.
Should be. I mean, the play feels like Duke. I mean, like I said, especially based off what you've seen from both these teams lately, like everything tells you it should be Duke, which is also why I'm scared of it. Now, if the line had moved out to 11.5, I'd be all over Duke. But the fact that it's moved down to 8.5 with money coming in on, it's got me scared a little bit.
ESPN Action Network. Everyone has oh wait, no, it just flipped on me there. ESPN has Illinois as the home team technically, but all the sports book have Duke listed as the home team because they know Duke. This is a home game for Duke. I'm just saying.
Hey, that stuff, y'all got to look at that, Jay. This is a weird time of year for that to be happening, too. Normally, all these games like this, neutral site games, happen earlier in the season. So this is kind of a weird little tidbit right here. A lot of people, I think, are going to bet Illinois thinking that might be what's happening. People are betting Illinois thinking they're playing in Champaign, bro.
Next top 25 matchup, Missouri is going down to Arkansas. Missouri laying 2.
I'm taking Arkansas money line.
What time's that one at?
8.
There it is. Ooh, I already took Missouri.
Yeah, I'm taking Arkansas money line.
Oh yeah, Missouri looks like the right play here.
No, because the line's gone down 1, and 99% of the bet and 78% of the money is on Missouri.
We already talked about this one, Steps. This is where we gave them. This is how we laid it out for them and told them this is the spot you're not supposed to do this on, and you've literally already done it.
I did it last night.
Okay, then I'll let you slide. But yeah, no, this is one of those spots where you've got a bunch of money coming in on one side, and they move the line against that side. The book knows something. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Doesn't mean it's 100%. Don't go bet your mortgage on it. Don't do that. But I'm just saying that's a scary thing. The books win more of those than they lose.
I need one more bet today because I just counted up my bets. Since we started the show, I have placed 19 bets.
Okay. You want another college one or you want UFC? We can talk about that in a second.
I don't know. BYU at Arizona is the last top 25 matchup. Arizona's laying 7.5. Seems like a big number for a scrappy BYU team.
I was thinking that too, man, which is also kind of the reason I think the play is probably Arizona. I don't think BYU, as well as they've been playing, especially coming off a 30-something point win over Kansas, I don't think you should be getting that many points right there. So the fact that it's that high makes me feel like the play's Arizona.
BYU's bound to drop one.
I wanted to ask you too,
so
Steph.
Good.
You're a closet Cougar fan there. And I wanted to know how you felt about your BYU Cougs today, man.
I don't call them the BYU Cougs. I call them the BYU Soakers. I call them the Soakers.
Sporting says neutral court games tend to go under on the total.
That's a great tidbit right there, man. I'm thinking, especially, and if these guys, okay, let's go back to that Duke game for just a second. I want to see what the money's done on the total because it's high, 156.5. You figure if Illinois guys are probably not, conditions probably not up to par. The line's moving down, so people maybe Duke struggles a little bit, something like that. But I think the play probably is the under in that one, dude. I'd like to see what the money's doing.
76% of the bets, 67% of the money is on the under. It did open up at 152.5 and has moved up to 156.5 because of that. You should. It should have went the other direction. Not
stay away. They moved it up 4 points with more money on the under. Yep. Stay away or bet the over.
This one's interesting. Texas at South Carolina. Texas laying 2.5. I wonder where the money and stuff's at on that one.
They like Texas. I do know that.
Should be. South Carolina's a spotty team that I ain't touching. I looked at that game for about 3 seconds, and I was like, I can't trust either one of those damn things. I think you're flipping a coin to either side.
Looks like Texas should be a -5 favorite. Line sitting at 2.5. No bet percentage or money data has come in on that one yet.
What about the Lopes hosting California, Cal Baptist?
Over.
-10.5.
System play. Lopes over in the shoebox.
As far as the side goes, line should be more closer to 8, sitting at 10.5. You do have a 2.5 edge there. Grade B minus plus 4.5% edge. I did see the total, Cricket. I did take a peek at that, and it looks like 59% of the money, 58% of the bet is on the over. It has moved up a point, so looks like everything as far as no grade on that one. But yeah, take the over anytime. Buku or Cricket gives out a Grand Canyon over, you take it.
Count your money. Man, y'all have some fun in this chat, bro. What's supposed to be fun for me is I see y'all down here. Some of y'all having your political argument, and then we'll have somebody hop in and they just throw a bet in there. Just right in the middle.
Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as college basketball goes.
Yeah, we do got to look at the NHL though, man. I don't know how much time Will's got, but we do got to look at the NHL because we got every damn team in the league playing today.
I don't even know how much time
I got 4 UFC picks
when these kids wake up.
That's fair. That's true.
I want to talk about.
What'd you say?
I said I have 4 UFC picks I want to talk about too.
Well, where are we going with this thing? How long is it going to take y'all to talk about this stupid ass UFC card that probably don't matter?
These are the best cards, dude.
I don't know. I have no idea who's fighting tonight, Steps. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what's going on.
Cejudo. Well, you see how you said ooh like that? He's 0-2 in his last 2 fights.
I know.
But I like him.
So how does this guy get to the Never mind.
Cejudo?
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I mean, he used to be one of the greatest pound for pound fighters.
I know jack shit about this stuff, man.
He's an Olympian.
I like watching
gold medal Olympian wrestler.
Yes.
Oh,
so
okay.
He
held
him over his takedowns.
Divisions.
He's a great wrestler. Okay, he's sitting at plus 225 right now. Go bet a half unit on it.
Half.
The problem is he's 38 years old and he took 3 years off after he decided to walk away.
After he lost 2 in a row?
No.
And you're betting this guy today.
No, he was champion, got tired of beating everyone's ass, walked away for a few years, came back, and has lost 2 straight.
Yeah. So
you have to like give your belt up when you do that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, 38-year-old, past his prime, right? But I think he's still one of the best combat sports athletes ever. So, I mean, he could still be a top fighter. Do what?
What about y'all tell me all about what about this guy he's fighting? Because
I'm getting ready to tell you. Yadong. Song Yadong.
Song Yadong, baby.
How you gonna bet against a guy named Song Yadong? You can't bet against that man.
He was on a 2-fight winning streak, but it was snapped. He got snapped by Peter Yan his last time out. But he has won 5 of his last 7 overall, and he has fared typically well against everyone but top 5 or so fighters. So he doesn't do well against the guys inside the top 5. Now, is Cejudo a top 5 fighter at this point in his career? No, but Cejudo still has it in him to be a champion. You know what I'm saying? And he's going after another championship run. So, and you got to think, Cejudo came back after 3 years and he fought freaking Aljamain Sterling to a split decision. And then he fought Merab, and Merab's a fucking beast, dude. So
how did he lose his last 2 fights? What?
I think Merab finished him, and Sterling it was a split decision.
Oh, okay, split decision. And when he got finished, was it a tap or a knockout?
I don't remember.
That's what I want to know.
Sterling for the belt, that shouldn't have been a split decision. He lost that one straight.
Is this a 3 or 5 round fight?
5.
It's 5.
5.
Which
this is the main one. This is the main event tonight.
Listen, here's why I like Cejudo. Yadong can't wrestle, dude. Worth a lick. Like it's his kryptonite.
Does he tap all people out?
Who, Cejudo?
Yeah.
No, he's more of a George St. Pierre he's just gonna lie on you, grind on you, not let you up, just completely smother you.
We bet the draw.
I like plus 225 on Cejudo, and if you want, you could sprinkle him on his decision.
You know what I don't like? Steps has been exactly a year since he last fought. I don't like when these older guys take that much time off.
When was Yadong's last fight?
He can wrestle, and Yadong, all Yadong can do is knock people out. So
don't tell me what my dong can do. I'll tell you what my dong.
Fine, y'all take Yadong at minus 278. Tell me what my
dong will do.
Y'all take Yadong at minus 270.
Yadong last fought last March, so same time off. He's a younger fighter.
Hey, wait. What I need to know, Steps. How did you do on your last UFC card?
Good.
You had a good one. That's what I'm saying.
Not like outstanding.
You tend to go back and forth on this stuff, though.
Listen,
Buku says Yadong KO. There's your winner.
When it's like these little this isn't a UFC 314. when you have these cards, these fight night cards, there's tons of value on these plays. Like Cejudo's plus 225, dude. And like I said, 3 years ago, he was in the conversation of being best pound per pound fighter. If he was going up against a well-rounded fighter, I would say things differently. But we've all seen when a guy who stands and knocks people out gets taken down, he can't do anything. So all Cejudo has to do is get him down.
Here's the thing, Steph. The only reason why I'd back your pick here is because we cannot bet the China, man. We got to go USA over China. That's the handicap.
Okay, there you go.
Surprises me that either one of those guys are from.
I'm surprised they let him into Seattle to fight because you can't
right.
get anything imported or shipped here from China right now. So,
well, in Seattle,
whatever. Here, I'll give you your best bet of the day. Don't order this UFC tonight.
You know, it's free.
No, don't order any of them.
Don't even do that. Cancel your cable. Save that money.
They're fighting in the Climate Pledge Arena.
Sounds like a hot spot.
You said you had some other ones you like?
Ibo Aslan
versus Ian is fighting tonight.
Kutalaba. Oh, that's my next one.
That's what we should have done. We should just let y'all go down through here naming these names.
Aslan, I'm not sure why he's even under minus 200. Like Kutalaba is 3-7 in the last 10 fights in the UFC.
Where is this fight at?
I don't understand how you two, the way y'all do with names, y'all can get every one of these crazy names with 11 consonants in it. Y'all get every one of these right, but we put up a highlight name and Will can't say it for 2 months. He just now figured out how to say a big arena.
You hear Joe Rogan pronounce it, and you just go with what he said.
Well, then I'll say Kutalaba, whatever. Anyways, I just think that he's not as durable. I mean, the Aslan should be a much bigger spread here. Anything under 200, I'd take. Money on the floor.
On the floor, he said.
Yep.
Best fight of the night's going to be in hockey.
Rafael Cerqueira. It's the next one I'd like to talk about. He's a plus 260 underdog right now. He's fighting Modestas Bukauskas, who is really just kind of a middle of the road UFC fighter. There is nothing special about him.
Of the night too.
And he is minus 325. And the reason being is because Rafael Cerqueira in his he was supposed to be on the Contender Series in 2024, but he got called up to fight Ibo Aslan, who we just talked about should be on a longer line, and he got knocked out in less than a minute. So I think a lot of people are reacting, not a lot of people, but the odds makers are reacting to that last fight he had where he lost in less than a minute. But again, he was supposed to be on the Contender Series and he got called up late to have that fight. So you really can't judge anything and tell anything off of that. The fact, I mean, listen, everybody gets caught sometime, right? But before that, he was undefeated with 10 finishes in his career. So again, Bukauskas being a mid-level fighter,
significant strike accuracy.
He
don't miss.
Bukauskas is 1-3 since returning to the promotion in 2023. So, and he's got one win over a lower level competition and lost to everybody else. So why is he a minus 325 favorite? Don't know.
You don't go against the Brazilian, but do you hear that stuff? 100% significant strike accuracy.
Like I said, he knocked
this
out.
Motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He don't miss.
So yeah,
that's crazy.
That's what I like.
You had another one too?
Yeah. The other one I like is just a value play on Brandon Allen. He's more of a submission specialist, but you can get him at plus 270 against Anthony Hernandez. Like I said, when you have these smaller fight night cards, I think that that's where you can find the value versus these big main cards that are going to be pay-per-view televised. And
what do we think about Paige Van Zant's husband? He made his way back to the UFC.
Who's he fighting? I forget.
Dude. Nikolay Varentenikov. Listen, I think I got to go with the Kazakhstan guy.
Probably so. He sounds like a fighter.
Yeah. It's minus 110 both ways, so I'm guessing this Kazakhstan guy's not all that great either.
Yeah.
Mr. Van Zant isn't that great of a fighter. He's good, but he's not UFC good. You know what I mean?
I think it's kind of crazy that they're both of their ranges are pretty much the same.
You wouldn't fight him in the bar, Will?
Oh, no.
No, he said, no, don't do that.
Unless I had to, you know.
Well, yeah. Mom and daddy didn't raise no bitch.
God, we got a lot of old guys. Ricky Simone on this card. We got
what is the average?
Feely.
Yes.
What's his name's on it?
I ain't never heard of none of these guys.
Keep going up. Who is the guy? Rob Font.
Font. I was looking at this one. I probably would go with this Gene dude over Font.
Font's got a nice reach. He can knock people out.
He does got a nice reach. He's got that old man strength too, but he's fighting a 25-year-old who's undefeated. This feels like the UFC wants this guy to become something, and they're feeding him some names.
Yep, and he's undefeated.
Yeah,
never lost.
You gotta go with the Brazilian here, and you're only laying minus 160.
And his name's Jean. it's probably Yin Masamuto. Sounds Japanese.
And Brendan Allen.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's a value bet right there.
He came out of the
quarterback
NFL.
though.
I know he came out of the NFL.
Or there's a Brendan Allen.
Might sprinkle on his submission too. Dude submits a lot of people.
Probably a lot of practice. He ain't been playing much quarterback.
Cejudo ain't losing that fight, man. Telling you.
Golly. Okay. Yeah. Yadong. KO. KO'd with Yadong.
You gotta get off your back and stand up to KO him.
I've seen people KO people from the ground. It's rare.
With their dong.
Yadong ain't it, dude.
About tired of you talking about my dong.
Stop fade me. Buku, you know better, man.
We got 9:30 a.m. hockey. Wild Red Wings. What do we like?
I'm not touching that one, man. I'm just going to watch that one. I want to see how both these teams come back from a little break right here. Okay, they both had a couple players that were playing in the Four Nations tournament, so I just want to watch this one. These are two teams that I do expect to make some money on in the second half of the season. I do think they will make playoff pushes, both right there in the mix, and had pretty strong first halves of the season there. And once the Wild get Kirill Kaprizov back here in about another probably week, 2 weeks maybe, I do think they will make a push toward the playoffs there as well. So I'm just going to watch that one today, Steps. You got an opinion on that one, man?
I don't.
Any money do anything crazy on that one or anything?
The Wild, no, it doesn't have any data on money or bet percentage. The only play that Action really likes today is the Stars money line. Their pro line set at minus 122. You got best odds right now at plus 100. B minus 3.8% edge.
I got minus 105 on that. The Oilers Flyers is another one where I told y'all yesterday, man. I know you went with me, Steph, but I'm looking to fade a lot of these really good teams that had their best players just playing balls to the wall for the last 10 days. You know, all these guys are going to go back. I think we even have a rematch today, and they're not going to play. That's why I'm going to bet the over in this game. We'll talk about it in a little bit, the Jets and the Blues. But, you should have what you would normally have if this game meant something. It would be Hellebuck and Bennington, the two netminders that just faced off in the championship the other night. But I've already seen where one of them is not playing. They haven't announced the other one yet. I don't think either one of them is going to play. But I bet the over 6.5 yesterday. I think we're going to see several goals in that one, man. Even if those guys, I know one of them's at least not playing. Even the other ones out there, I feel like they just had a pretty intense last week and a half with a lot of focus and energy put into that thing. It would be human nature for me to see them not be as sharp today, you know?
Sorry, the Wild game, who did you take?
I didn't take nothing. I didn't touch it. I stayed away.
There is a Pro Report article on it that says the Minnesota being the better team with 70 points against Detroit 61. It's the first matchup between Red Wings and Wild since 2023. The first market to attract a big bet was the money line. 2 days later, money started coming in on the over-under. Bet Labs flagged Wild getting steamed at the open. Odds have since been adjusted, but it's worth noting the sharp action tools live on Minnesota to win with legit interest coming from sharp bettors and sharp groups. The proprietary NHM model also submit moneyline grades that rate them based on strength. While Action has on point with the markets, the pro line is Wild minus 108. Secondly, bettors with influence have also had interest in the Wild versus Red Wings under total, as Action Labs lists another big bet on under 5.5 at plus money, and that one's available around the market currently. So they like Minnesota Wild and the under in that one.
And Buku says probably would lean Wild, but let's see how the Red Wings come out after the break. May look at the over, and then neither one of those netminders are playing in the Jets Blues game.
What was the second one you talked about there?
We had the Oilers and the Flyers. I'm just going to stay away. I kind of got to see what we're going to get. Obviously, Connor McDavid, McGee just had his big moment and stuff the other night. So I don't know what I'm going to get out of the Oilers coming back, but I do not trust the Flyers at all. I don't think they're a very good hockey team.
Real quick, Cross in the chat says, "Hey, game on. Have you ever seen One Fight Night?" see one fight night in Bangkok? No,
I don't know. I'm afraid to Google that.
I'm never going to a place.
No, I think it's isn't that league over in Asia? It's the one isn't the league over there is called One Fighting or something. Isn't that where Mighty Mouse went to? I think that's
Francis Ngannou. What are you talking about? That crazy. What is that he does?
No, he went to PFL or whatever.
Okay.
No, it's
a different one.
It's basically the UFC, but Asia. It's their UFC.
Okay. Well, I'm never going to Bangkok.
Because there's a monthly one Amazon. Okay.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Do you have anything on the Capitals game, Cricket?
Yes, I do. I do like the Washington Capitals. Blue, I think, co-signed this earlier, man. If you're still out there, Blue. I meant to say something to you earlier. Yes, we do like the Capitals day on the puck line. I do. -1.5 plus 154 right there. You got the Penguins. Once again, their top player in Sidney Crosby just had a big emotional win the other night with Canada and all that stuff. Evgeny Malkin, their other best player, was sitting there banged up before the All-Star break.
We don't talk about that game.
Huh?
We don't talk about that game.
Oh, well, it happened. Real life. Seen it with my own eyes. But anyway, Evgeny Malkin was also banged up before this little All-Star Four Nations break. And so we don't know exactly how close to 100% that guy is. So I feel like your top two players probably not going to be on their A game tonight. And you got to watch the Capitals team. It's been one of the better teams in hockey all year long. And most of their studs, guys like Ovechkin and things like that, were not playing in the Four Nations tournament because Russia could not compete. So you got these guys should be rested up, ready to go. I like the Capitals -1.5 plus 154 at Pittsburgh.
Well, you're going to like this. The Capital money line was steamed at the open and has since taken a more influential bets. Bet Labs revealed that Bet Rivers took a respected bet early in the cycle, while Pro Mobile shows 3 times as much smart action on the Capitals. The consensus prices are Washington -160 to Pittsburgh +136. The kicker here is our line predictor forecast has an 85% chance of that line adjusting down to +130. So maybe a case of waiting for the number to hit a threshold near or south of 160. But to bolster the confidence in the road team, experts in the app are also locking in the Capitals behind Dylan Strome and Alex Ovechkin. Pro expert pick on the report, Washington Capitals.
Buku's got a little gem for y'all for that Oilers-Flyers game. He says, Matthew Savoy, anytime goal scorer for the Oilers, top prospect making his debut today, man.
Uh-oh. You got to like that.
Yep, little gem. I do not have an opinion on the Rangers and the Sabres. I think the play could be the Rangers, but once again, need to kind of see what those teams are going to do coming out of the break here. Rangers, JT Miller did play in the Four Nations, but guys like Artemi Panarin, Zibanejad played. Chris Kreider played, but Chris Kreider played and didn't even play all that much. I don't know why, because every time the guy got on the damn ice for USA, we had scoring chances, but they just set him over there on the pine. So he really didn't have to, exert all that much energy in that thing, I feel like. So the Rangers probably the play here, but Buffalo also, Tage Thompson got called up for the championship, but didn't even get out there. So they shouldn't have anybody that's really, really ready to go. I just got to watch that one to see how these teams come out of the break.
You got anything on Utah and the Kings? Action says that an influential bets and experts money has been coming in on the Utah Hockey Club.
That is actually one that I did not have an opinion on, Steps. Once again, Utah has been one of those teams for me this year where, and the Kings too, where I'm kind of zigging when I'm supposed to zag on both those squads. So when I see two of those teams pair up together, I usually just keep on scrolling, man. I do like the Nashville Predators. It has nothing to do with this Predators jersey that my guy Buku got for me. Shout out. I'm not a Predators fan, but I do like the Nashville Predators today on the money line against the Colorado Avalanche. I think the Colorado Avalanche are going to be a team that really makes some noise in the second half. But once again, hell, half their damn team was playing in the Four Nations tournament for somebody. And now you got to travel to Nashville. Nashville tends to play better at home, and the line's a little off. I feel like it should be a bigger favorite for Colorado there. So looking at plus 114 for Nashville feels like money on the floor, man.
Real quick, we have breaking news.
Tell me.
An NFL player thinks his team is going to be good.
I feel like we are the best, player for player.
Yeah.
Man.
I just had to get that breaking news in there.
I understand, dude. We couldn't go on without hearing that.
Nope.
You had Jets Blues play, didn't you?
Yes, I do. I have I'm taking the over in the Jets and the Blues. I took, it's at 5.5, minus 130. Y'all know I ain't laying that damn juice. I took over 6.5 in the Jets Blues at plus 110. Like I said, both top netminders will not be playing in this game, so you got both backups going right there. And like I said, I think we're going to see some goals. Even if those two guys were in there, I was still going to take the over because I didn't feel like they were going to be as sharp.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything on Hurricanes Maple Leafs?
This is one I like the Hurricanes once again because Austin Matthews, William Nylander, all those guys have been playing all week long and stuff like that. So I don't know if they're going to be as sharp, but I also feel like there could be a thing where Austin Matthews may just have a chip on his shoulder. And after missing that one the other night in OT, he had a chance to win it. Yeah, so you say I feel like he just could be a little fired up. So I was leaning Hurricanes puck line at -1.5 plus 200. But I think I'm probably just going to stay away from this game. It's going to be another one I need to kind of watch and see what these teams are going to give me right out of the break.
All right, Blackhawks, Blue Jackets. Anything on this sad matchup?
I like the over in that one. Over 6.5 plus 105.
Ooh, even money. Or I guess plus money, but
basically, yeah, whatever.
I actually do have something interesting real quick.
Tell
me. So the Jaguars hired James Gladstone as their GM. I had no idea who this guy is.
He's like 34 or something.
But since he took over scouting for the Rams in 2021, this is who they drafted: Jared Verse, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, Kobe Turner, Brian Young, Steve Avila, Bobby Brown, Braden Fisk, Ernest Jones, Cam Kitchens.
I'm pretty sure every one of those guys at least gets significant playing time for them, if not a starter.
All while only having 3 of the top 50 picks. This guy has an eye for talent. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, the proof's in that pudding right there. You look at that damn list, and like I said, every one of those guys have given the Rams significant minutes. I'm pretty sure.
Listen, when you see him breaking down Puka before they draft him,
we saw that. We watched that video one morning on the morning show. Pretty crazy.
Freaking on.
Dude,
like
they nailed it, didn't they?
They nailed everything.
Like,
everything
they told us exactly what was going on. I'm like, how are y'all the only people in the whole world that knew that?
Them in Philadelphia easily draft the best.
Dude, can you imagine if
all Philly does go look and say, hey, those Georgia defensive players are good. Let's draft them. I don't know why anyone else.
Okay, do you know where their GM went to college?
Huh? Their GM?
Yes.
Did he go to Georgia?
No, he went to Florida. Do you know how hard it is for him to pick all Georgia people?
Hey, whatever. Don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Good is good.
Yeah, good is good.
How hard it is for him to give up those paychecks. He's like, nah, we're going to take those good players there, and I'm going to get paid millions more.
Y'all know that it's like me when I'm like on a guy like Brock Bowers when I think he's I've been talking about that guy for 3 years. He played at Georgia. Y'all know I think that guy's a stud. If I'm pulling for him as a Tennessee fan when he's coming from Georgia or Alabama or one of those schools, that means I think that guy's a stud.
What's even funnier is the whole Bills Chiefs, like the Bills keep giving Chiefs players that end up biting them in the ass.
God, no shit, right?
Worthy won Rookie of the Year.
That's why you can't have nice things. Ooh,
Raiders are currently the betting favorites on Sam Darnold, and the Raiders are projected to draft Ashton Jeanty.
All right,
Raiders are making moves.
Listen to this.
Gruden loves Ashton Jeanty, by the way.
Bro, look at this. Who does?
Gruden. John Gruden.
I mean, these guy's gonna be a good player. Buku says, Blues alt puck line, Preds alt puck line, Columbus Blue Jackets -1.5, and he said in the Kraken alt puck line, he likes the over in the Blue Jackets game too. Kraken alt puck line. He put all 3 of those alt puck lines in a parlay for a small wager. Boy, that's got to pay good. Those alt puck line, you probably got 20-1 or something on that.
Send it to me, Buku. Hey, I want to know about this game right here, Cricket.
What is this?
Anaheim Ducks are a +170 dog.
I think I like the Ducks. I mean, because you're playing in Boston.
Okay.
Boston.
They haven't played a game in how long? Why should the travel matter after the long break?
I agree. That's a fair point. That's a fair
point. McAvoy's not playing.
Yeah, that's a fair point, man. I mean, like I said, I was kind of leaning the Ducks in that one. Once again, you got to be a little careful just, putting all your eggs in one basket with the damn Anaheim Ducks, too. And Boston's been so spotty, man. You don't know what you're going to get out of that team. Like, that was supposed to be one of the best teams in the league, supposed to be able to compete for the Stanley Cup and all that, and they have not lived up to those expectations so far. The hell, they fired their coach. They sent him. He got hired by the Blues the next damn day. And so Boston, I just don't know what I'm going to get out of them.
Well, travel won't be an issue. They just had a freaking long break.
Yeah,
we know Charlie McAvoy's not playing. He's injured. And then as far as the line goes, that line was +190, and they took 2 big bets that came in that moved the line down to +180 and then down to +170.
Here's kind of my thing. Here's what it's like a weird angle, but like they obviously just played that championship game in Boston, their arena the other night and all that stuff. You got guys like Pasternak, who I truly believe is one of the best players on the entire planet. Wasn't even playing in that tournament. I feel like they kind of been sitting back watching, like maybe chomping at the damn bit. And I feel like Pasternak may come out today and just go off.
I just think
Crick,
it's weird.
Crick, I need you to read this real quick.
Uh-oh.
Message from the president.
Elon is doing a great job, but I would like to see him get more aggressive. Remember, we have a country to save, but ultimately to make greater than ever before. MAGA.
Thank you.
You hack his account steps and top that.
You got anything on the Canucks Golden Knights?
I think yes, I do. I like Golden Knights puck line. -1.5. Yesterday it was at plus 154. It's going down to plus 140 now. So moving the right direction for us right there. I don't like to bet against my Canucks, man, but the Golden Knights at home are a hard team to bet against.
The Canucks, that's your team?
Yep. I like JT Miller now plays for the Rangers. He was with the Canucks last year. I like Brock Besser and all those guys, man. I that's what I was telling Buku yesterday. He was like, you don't necessarily have to commit to that team. Because I told him, I was like, I just kind of like those guys. And the reason I started liking that team, you don't even play for them anymore. I was like, I think that's my thing, bro. I just like a lot of different players in the NHL.
Yeah. That's why the Four Nations was so great. You got to see all the best ones.
Dude, I love that. Bro. That's like the Ducks. Like, I feel like I should probably be an Anaheim Ducks fan. I want one of those orange jerseys so bad. Those are sweet. But I like Frank Vetrano, but then I like Barkov for the Panthers. Like, I do like Nylander for the Maple Leafs. So I got guys all over the damn league that I'm a big fan of. So,
got anything on the Habs Senators?
Yes, I like the Habs money line. Feel like this is a spot where you got
145.
Yep, plus 145. It was a plus 150 yesterday, gone down to plus 145 now. Just feel like a spot where the Habs didn't have a lot of those guys playing in the Four Nations. Hell, I don't know who they had, but they didn't have a lot going on, and I didn't hear much from them. And you look at a guy like Brady Tkachuk that really just sold out in that Four Nations. He's pretty much the proven leader of that Ottawa Senators team at this point. I feel like when your top guy maybe just maybe a little worn out. Not saying he can't come out to play. Brady Tkachuk's a hockey player and all that stuff, but just maybe a little mentally exhausted. You know what I'm saying? And so it feels like a spot for the Habs where those guys should not be in that shape, where I feel like they can go steal one right here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm late to the hockey fandom, but are the Tkachuk brothers are now the face of USA Hockey, right? Or have they always been?
Well, you see, we haven't really got that because like the last best on best tournament we had was 2016. So you got to figure that was damn near a decade ago. So a lot of these guys were not even, they were kids.
Yeah. Well, they were playing. Did all those guys play the juniors? Okay.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, no, I definitely think that if there's a face of USA Hockey, it's got to be Brothers Tkachuk.
Dude, Twitter's getting insane with this Premium Plus stuff. They're raising the price to $40 a month.
I'd tell them to kiss my whole ass, man.
I thought it was crazy when they they put it up to $30 a month. Now
I love it when they keep raising these prices, but don't provide you nothing more.
They do. You get Grok 3 and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, sweet. You gave me another one of your stupid ass AIs that I think is full of shit.
I did.
For how much more money?
The other day.
How much more money? Yeah. Great breakdown, Grok, you piece of shit. How much money more?
How much more money? How much money more?
How much?
It was just it opened up, but back just like a year ago, it was $16 a month though.
And it's up to 40 in less than a year.
Over a year.
That makes sense, Elon, since you ain't got enough money, you fucking prick.
He's got to pay.
I'm gonna start using Grok 3 to find because what it will do is search X and see. I'm just gonna ask for what are the sharp bets in like the NBA today, and see what everyone likes, and then fade it.
Just go to Action Pro and just
big good content either way. That's a win-win. I feel like.
Got one more here, Crick, and then it's and it is the big one here.
This one's
in the chat.
Our guy, the Iceman's already given an opinion on this. I did not have an opinion on this one. I got to ask him. It's his team, man. He says take the Kraken. He likes Kraken money line. He likes Kraken alt puck line. Once again,
first period over. Both teams score in the first period.
I'm sure. Do you know how hard we're going to bet the first period over when we go to that game in a couple of weeks?
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm going to bet like over 4.5 in the first period.
You ain't going to bet that, but just go over 1.5 and bet it 4 times what you would.
That's probably a better bet.
All right. Well, you can talk about whatever you want now.
Go ahead.
Here's the best bets for today. Both teams are.
No, I'm joking.
Both teams are struggling with the Suns, so this is the Suns and the Bulls game.
Oh man, we got bullet points. Jesus.
Yeah, look at this.
What we got here
under 239 points. Defense focus and recent losses could keep scoring down.
What? I don't believe it. It's a lie.
Best bet: Nuggets -7. Denver's momentum and the Lakers adjustment.
Damn, we liked that one too, didn't we?
I bet I like
Yeah.
that one. Damn it.
This damn computer gonna be sharp as a tack.
PJ
man.
Washington over 8.5 rebounds. And I'll tell you who suggested it. V Money Locks suggested it. It tells you like how many web pages and posts that they went through.
Shit's so fascinating to me.
Oh, is this Croc?
Yes, girl. What up, Tommy?
Oh, I thought this was you. I thought this was your typed out stuff on local.
No, I just asked Grok what are the best bets in the NBA today because I want to start doing this and tracking them and probably fading them.
What's up,
What up, Tommy?
What up, Tommy? How you doing, man? Good morning, sir.
Real quick because we're probably gonna wrap it in a second. MLS, I got 2 bets, big bets today. I've got a 3-unit play on Orlando. They've got a lot of guys coming back. They added a designated player this year. They're going after the cup. They're going to be one of the best teams. You can get them at -138 right now against the Philadelphia Union, who missed the playoffs last year. Love that play. I'm all over Orlando today. And then Atlanta United it's gone up to -190 or something. Atlanta United is not losing tonight.
When you flip to MLS, you got to make sure to let people know because I'm sitting here staring at the NBA slate saying the Orlando Magic do not play today. Steps.
I said 2 soccer bets. Sorry, 2 soccer bets, MLS, and then Atlanta United, Miguel Almiron, who got shipped off to Premier League after bringing a title to Atlanta when they first expanded the team here. He is loved by the city. He went over there for 6 years. He is back now in Atlanta as a designated player. There is no way Atlanta United loses tonight. It has gone up to -192. I wouldn't bet it over 200 just because not much value there other than money lying on the floor. But Atlanta's not losing tonight. So Orlando and Atlanta MLS bets.
What? I did not have that on the bingo card today that we would get an MLS breakdown. What a professional, Will.
I know.
Well, you said you wanted my winning soccer bets.
You get so excited about soccer, dude. You love it, dude. That's your jam.
This is MLS opening night tonight. First game of the season.
I had no idea.
Is this true, Cricket?
I don't know.
Tennessee and Nebraska have canceled their upcoming football series?
I did. I talked about this on Crick's Corner yesterday, man. Yeah, it looks like we were supposed to have a home and home in 2026 and 2027. And Nebraska cites stadium renovations in 2027, which is the year they were supposed to play in Knoxville any damn way. So I don't know why that fucking matters. But, yeah, they backed out because they scared. I've been looking for Pissant for 2 damn days now to talk a little shit. But, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to have to be careful with this jersey because, look.
I was like, what jersey?
No, I see what you're saying.
I don't go all the way back.
You might need to slide that over to the right just a little bit.
At least as long as Donald's clear. That's
no, you can just post that and you could just point to it and say, please.
And then when somebody wants to give you shit, just share all the stuff about Noah Naga for them. And be like, whatever, this is my favorite football player.
You said that way too quick and confident.
Noah Naga, bro. I've been practicing that one.
Oh, baby.
I've been practicing that one, dude. You ain't going to get me on that one.
Almost got earlier when I was reading that.
What up, B-Man? B-Man's here. How we doing, buddy?
Hey, that's another one of those that came over to see us from Beardo's Raid yesterday. What up, B-Man?
Let's go.
Shout out, Beardo.
All right, almost 2.5 hours in. Good stream, boys. Good stream,
boys. Good stream.
Crick. Tomorrow, what's the plan?
You want to do a show, Steps? You're off work?
Yeah. Got some NASCAR tomorrow. We can talk about some NASCAR.
Yeah, I'm in, man. Yeah. I'm going to do a show. Let's start at 8 o'clock. Let's sleep in 30 extra minutes, man.
Okay, I'm sleeping in longer than that. So
you can sleep in. That's fine. Just set us up a stream, man.
We'll do.
We will do a show in the morning, y'all. We'll do one at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Me and Steps will join y'all. You sleep in. We'll get you some rest, man. Just make sure we got our stuff set up and everything. You know, we won't be able to do Rumble Studios and all that fancy pants nonsense.
Fancy stuff. Yeah, I got you ready. It's the last Sunday before the creator program starts, so we can beauty sleep.
That's right.
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern. But until then,
good luck.
Good gambling.
And game on.